Hey guys, what is going on? Anthony here with Pistons Talk. This is going to be an NBA trade deadline watch party. We already have some trades going on before I was even live. We saw the Nikola Vucevic to the Bulls, which did not see that coming whatsoever. Also saw Evan Fournier go to the Magic, or not Evan Fournier go to the Celtics for 2 second-round picks, and then some other trades that are currently in the works. Trade Plumlee to the Celtics for a pick and a young player like Langford or Naismith. Ellington to the Lakers for a pick. Well, we're not going to get Naismith. Um, we're really not. I don't think Boston wants anything to do with Plumlee. Detroit Drew. It's popping off right now. It absolutely is. That's why I wanted to go live, just to react to these trades with you guys when they do actually happen. So I thought it'd be fun just to talk basketball with you guys. Just chilling, Von. Just chilling. Evan Fournier for 2 second-round picks. Yeah, man, that was like an absolute steal. I don't know if they used their trade exception for that trade, but I mean, hey, that's a pretty damn low price for Fournier. But Boston's still going to struggle. Boston stole Fournier. Absolutely, absolutely. They really did, man. Like, 2 seconds for a guy that like Fournier, that's a really good shooter. That was an absolute steal. Every time I look on my phone, I think there's a trade. Just chilling, Mike. Just chilling. Do a watch party with you guys. Talk about the trade deadline. Maybe our Pistons will actually make a trade. We'll have to wait and see. So far, it's been pretty big trade so far. Let's see what we get. Checking in from work. What's up, Ben? What's up? That's what's up. Heard Boston is still interested in Gordon as well. Yeah, I saw that too, Dominique. Which is kind of crazy. Oh man, people on Twitter are wild, man. So for the Bulls, draft picks are sent to the Magic. Their 2023 first-round picks, and they're going to be protected 1 through 4. Oh, man, the Bulls absolutely stole Gordon. Or not Gordon, Vucevic. I get those two confused all the time. Imagine stealing a 20-point-per-game scorer who can shoot better than anyone on your team currently. That's got to be a good feeling. Yeah, I mean, that's what Boston does. They try to, pull one over on teams that are rebuilding. I think he'll be a good addition. I still think Boston has their issues, though. What's next on the Pistons shopping block? I would probably assume Wayne Ellington, if anyone does get traded. Mason Plumlee to me would be a surprise. I hate to say it, Sekou may be on the trading block. I said maybe Ronnie McGruder. Not really sure. What's going on? We'll be back on and I'll grab some lunch. All right, D-Matt. See you back when you get some lunch. Also heard a possible swap of Gary Trent Jr. for Lauri Markkanen with Portland and Chicago. Yeah, Gary Trent's a nice player. Lauri Markkanen's a good shooter. Chicago isn't messing around. Chicago really wants to make the playoffs. They're still in the Lonzo Ball category too. If they do want to go trade for him, which, it'd be absolutely insane. Boston is still the 4th or 5th team in the East. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're not a good team, Hurrell. I just say I'm just saying that they still have problems. Like, yeah, they're still going to be a top seed in the East, but I'm not going to pick them over Philly. I'm not going to pick them over Brooklyn. To me, those are the two teams that are probably going to come out of the East. I mean, you can even throw Milwaukee in there. I still think Boston has their issues. Now, if they get Gordon, they do get marginally better, but they're still going to need more consistent playing to stay healthy. What's up? I'm just chilling, Rich. Just chilling. Package Plumlee and Ellington for LA for Kuzma. Kuzma might be a part of a Lowry deal, so that's probably not going to happen. If you're still in an hour, yeah, I think I'm going to run this until like 3 o'clock, Ben. Like straight up, I'll just run it until the trade deadline is over. I really don't care. Like I said, I'm just waiting for a trade. And every time I do this, like it gets dead freaking silent. What do I think of the Corey Joseph trade? I think that we're trying to lose more games because Corey Joseph will do that for us. I do like the picks. I like the Laker pick that we're going to get this year, and then we get the Kings pick in a few years. And I assume the Kings will still be bad. Just how I feel. I don't really think the Kings are going to do anything, honestly. Um, no, I agree with you. I just think the trade don't move the needle. No, it really doesn't, honestly. They stole him, like Mr. Reyes said. They stole him for absolutely nothing. But like I said, Boston still has their issues. Like they're going to have to just stay healthy and just prove me wrong because it feels like every year I watch them, it's always something. It's Brown wasn't having a good game, or Tatum wasn't having a good game, or they didn't have a big enough center. Or it's always something with them, or it's not that they're a bad team. It's just they have their issues. Save De'Aaron Fox. We have our issues, but we're rebuilding. We don't claim to be an Eastern Conference contender. We're a rebuilding team. We basically traded everyone from this roster. The only one left is Sekou Doumbouya. Saved De'Aaron Fox from Sacramento. Man, he shouldn't have signed that extension, man. Like, I think Sacramento stuck with him, and that's kind of a good problem to have because he's a very good point guard. But Kings need a better shooting guard. They need a better center, even though Rashawn Holmes is an absolute stud. But I still think they need a lot. If Sekou gets traded, Troy literally came in and cleaned house. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if he does get traded. Stumar's still in Sacramento. Yeah, he's an advisor, but he's not a GM. He's not doing the GM dealing. He's just an advisor. So don't really know why he's even there, but hey, happy for him. It's awfully quiet. Let's see. Why is Wayne Ellington still on my team? That's funny. That is funny. Let's see. Yeah, it's like I said, every time I do these, they just get like really quiet. Who won the trade with Chicago Orlando trade? I think Chicago won the trade because I guess there's protections on those picks now, 1 through 4 for the Bulls. Carter Jr. and 2 first-round picks for Vucevic sounds like a good deal for both sides. Yeah, I mean, I think the Magic, with the injuries they had to Isaac and then Fultz, kind of pushed this because before the Fultz injury, they were actually kind of within that play-in tournament. Try to make the playoffs again. But I think with all the injuries that they sustained, and Gordon saying wants out, and trading Vucevic and trading Ford, I mean, Terrence Ross even might get traded to the Lakers. They're just going to completely rebuild. They see that this is a good draft, and they want a top draft pick just like us. If Sekou got traded, what would you want us to get back? It depends. I mean, if you're just talking about Sekou straight up, you might get a younger player, maybe a second-round pick, because I don't really think his value's first-round pick warranted. He hasn't really proven that yet in the NBA. Now, he hasn't played 82 games in the NBA yet. That is granted, but I think you could get a young player, maybe a future second. Magic giving everything away for free. Plumlee for Bamba. You don't want Bamba, man. He can't stay healthy. And Bamba would take minutes away from Isaiah Stewart. And I don't think too many fans would want that. This is all on Weaver. This is his roster. There's no excuse. These aren't my guys. He's not trying to win One Pride Nation, so I don't really know like what you're getting at for them winning 12 games. They're not really trying to win a bunch of games right now. They're trying to get that first pick. They're not trying to be a playoff team or a play-in team. They know the writing was on the wall with Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond last year. They knew that Drummond was going to cost them a lot of money. They knew Blake Griffin was an injury-prone player. Troy Weaver has the plan, and it's going to take him a few years for the Pistons to be a playoff contender. I say probably with all the contracts they signed, I said 2 to 3 years, we'll probably be a contender in the playoffs. Is Dennis going to start now? Now, there's no guarantee Dennis Smith Jr. does start. If Corey Joseph starts, I think everyone on Pistons Twitter, or just Pistons fans in general, are going to grab their pitchforks. But I don't know if DSJ is going to start because Killian may be coming back in a few weeks. Plumlee for Bamba, hell yeah. I mean, if they take it, I mean, do it for sure. I would trade Killian Hayes. Well, yeah, I wouldn't. I'm glad that I'm glad you're not GM, man. Like, I would not trade Killian Hayes. He's played 7 games. What up? Just chilling, Alan. Just chilling. Thought I would do a watch party. I did a live stream last night, like at 1 in the morning. Still tired from that, but that's I wanted to push through for you guys. Yo, what's up? I'm back. Marvin, no more trolling. Last night you told me Mason Plumlee was traded. Don't be doing that. Motor City. Tankathon has us taking Deshaun Nix, Luka Garza, Trace Jackson Davis out of the 3 second-rounders. Add one of Cade, Mobley, Suggs, Green, Kuminga. That's one hell of an exciting roster. Absolutely. I mean, you could trade those 3 seconds for a late first, too. So, I mean, if you feel that you can, then that's an option for you. Don't want Sekou to get traded, but there's no surprise when Trigger Troy has you in his scope. There's really not. I mean, if he wants to do that, he will. But, I mean, I don't know how much I buy into the latest quote from Troy and Sekou. It could have just been straight up talk. Like, hey, you know, this be you. But I don't know. Like, if there's a trade out there, you have to make one for Sekou. When is Killian and Diallo going to play? Now, Killian, like I said, we could see him in the first week or second week in April. Diallo might play this weekend. That's what Casey said, that Diallo, Magruder, and Ellington. Ellington played last night. He said that a couple of days ago. So Diallo was really close to actually coming back. I don't want to say good to get traded either. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get traded, but like I said, I'm a jersey curse. I'll tell you guys a story. Every jersey I have in my closet are Piston jerseys. And each one of those Piston jerseys, when I got them, that following year or a couple months down the line, they get traded. I got a Grant Hill jersey when I was real little. We traded him for Ben Wallace. I waited years to get a Chauncey Billups jersey. Chauncey Billups gets traded. The next jersey before that was a Tobias Harris jersey. We trade Tobias. I bought a Killian Hayes and a Sekou jersey. I hope to God we don't trade one of those guys. Like, honestly, like, I'm just a jersey curse. Every time I buy a jersey, they get freaking traded. I get that, but I wouldn't have never. See, I did. I expected the Pistons to be a bad team. I didn't really. I wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid. I didn't think they were going to be a playoff team. I thought, you know, if they were to make the playoffs, they would have to be healthy from day one. They couldn't make mistakes. I thought play-in was a possibility, but I thought they were going to be kind of a rebuilding team, and that's exactly what's happened. And I'm happy. We've needed to rebuild, like a real rebuild, not a half-ass rebuild, like Gorge did. He tanked for a year, and then just got impatient, and then traded for Blake and all that shit. Like, just never really worked, honestly. And it's put us in a position where we just got off paying Josh Smith, just got off paying Reggie Jackson last year. Question: why couldn't we have gotten return for the Drummond like the Magic got for Vucevic? Well, Vucevic is offensively one of the best centers in the NBA. Drummond is a rebounder at the end of the day, Marvin. Most GMs would take Vucevic over Drummond all day. It's no disrespect to Drummond. It's just Drummond, what he does doesn't really translate to winning basketball. It's just rebounding. If he's locked in when he feels like it, he's a very good player, but it's not a consistent basis thing with him. I would trade Sekou before Killian Hayes. I think most people would, honestly, Vaughn. Would you be mad if we drafted Jonathan Kuminga? No, not at all. Kuminga's a very nice player. Very raw. But I think if you draft Kuminga, it'll be interesting because there's a lot of wings on this team. Does that mean Shadid Bey comes off the bench? Do you play Kuminga next to Jeremy Grant? There's a lot of what ifs if you do draft Kuminga. I wouldn't be mad at it though. Off-White, Nolan, get rid of Ellington and McGriddle already. I think Ellington's going to get traded, honestly. Don't really know where he's, going to go, but probably a contender. I don't want a Sekou trade. I don't want Sekou to be traded, but it's all about the return. Yeah, if you get a good return, never know. We traded 4 seconds for Kennard for Bate. I can see a similar thing happening with Josh Jackson or Diallo potentially this year. 3 seconds for Josh or Diallo. I don't think we can trade Diallo, Mr. Reyes, because we just traded for him. We have to wait. Josh Jackson, you could trade for. Don't really know where you're going to trade him to, though. I don't see too many teams that would. Maybe the Heat. I don't know. Maybe you can get KZ Opala from the Heat or something like that. Add Orlando to the late race for the #1 pick. I don't see them winning more than 2 games the rest of the way. I mean, it's looking like that. It's looking like that, straight up. Would not be surprised if they get a top 5 pick. Stop buying jerseys. Yeah, I mean, straight up. Like Grant Hill, Billups, Tobias, and I got Killian and Sekou this year. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. No one under 23 should be traded. Yeah. No more jersey purchases for you. Yeah, straight up. I'm done, man. Every time I buy one, someone gets freaking traded. It pisses me off so bad. Question. With Shadid looking like he's solidified the 3, if Diallo comes in and balls out at the 2 when the draft rolls around, if Cade and Mobley are off the board, what do you think we would go? I think if Cade and Mobley are off the board, that gets interesting because Jalen Suggs is probably still there, who's a very good point guard. Kind of reminds me of Drew Holiday. Then you have Jalen Green, who a lot of Pistons fans want. I understand why. I would probably go with Jalen Green just because of the scoring aspect. Now, Jalen Green could straight up outplay Diallo, and then you could have Diallo off your bench. I think Jalen Green fits more of what the team needs currently is the shooting guard position, Dominique. I think that is our weakest position. Even with the Diallo trade, I still think the Pistons want to upgrade that shooting guard position at the end of the day. I hope Diallo balls out. I'm really hoping he does. But I think I would go Jalen Green if Cade and Mobley are off the board. I want to see Wayne and McGriddle traded, and I'll be happy. Yeah, I think they will get traded, honestly. I don't really know when they will. They have like 2 or so hours to go because we're at 12:18 and the trade deadline ends at 3. So we're going to try to stay on until 3 o'clock if you guys want to just chill with me for a couple hours of this trading deadline. I'm confident Weaver would take Green. Yeah, straight up. Is Sekou out of shape? No, I don't think he's out of shape. I just think that he's not really being used to what his strengths are, King Lion. Sekou is playing in half-court sets, which I think he's not really used to. He's really dangerous when he's running and when he's in transition. He needs a point guard and teammates to push the pace for him because he loves running opportunities. I think we got to draft a shooting guard in this draft. I like Cade a lot, obviously, but wouldn't be mad if we got to go. Yeah, Jalen Green. Honestly, I think if you're going off strictly need, Jalen Green should be at the top of your list because he's one of the best shooting guards. And, worst case scenario, you fall, like let's say you fall to 6 or 7. Moses Moody is another shooting guard who I'm really high on. I want to see Okafor traded. I completely forgot about Okafor. I'm not even going to lie. I know he's been injured for a while. I don't really know too many teams that would take him, though. Orlando is going to be trading Gordon. Yeah, I think, Brando, I think he's going to get traded. I just don't know who he's going to get traded to. Last time I heard it was Orlando, Boston, and I think the Trailblazers backed out of that. We should play Cook more. He's nice. Yeah, he's on a 10-day. We'll see if the Pistons give him a second 10-day. Purchase an Ellington jersey, please. Oh, man. I bought a VO4 jersey last year, and he got traded to the Rockets. See, I'm not the only one. I feel better. I don't know what it is with me and Piston jerseys, man. Every time I buy one, they get freaking traded. It's so annoying, man. It's so annoying. Jalen Green is so you're comparing Jalen Green to Ray Allen already. Wow, okay. I've seen people compare him to Bradley Beal already, which was all right. Pistons need to trade Wayne or Okafor. I think Wayne gets traded. I doubt Okafor does because we don't really have any centers. So Bleacher Report just posted the Magic are progressing on a trade to send Aaron Gordon to the Nuggets. The Nuggets, okay. Gordon to Denver, yeah. Wow. That's interesting, man. That is interesting. Wow. Well, I know they've struggled a little bit. I'm happy for him, honestly. Like straight up, like Denver is low-key one of my second favorite teams because I love Nikola Jokic. I don't really tell you guys that like Nikola Jokic is one of my favorite players. But like I said, like you guys all have your favorite players, but I'm a Piston fan at the end of the day. But I love Jokic, so happy for them that they're getting Gordon. What do you think of the freshman Cam Thomas from LSU? Averages 23 a game, was late on Michigan. He's nice, Dominique. I can definitely like if he wants to get drafted, I could see him getting drafted this year. He has to declare for the draft. But I think he'll go in the draft. I don't know where he would land. Maybe late first round, mid second. I really don't know. It's way too early. It's only March. I'd get a better understanding when it's closer to the draft. Gordon to Denver. Yeah. That's pretty good. I think Corey Joseph jersey on sale. Get one. All right, you guys, quit trolling me. Probably not soon. No, I think Jeremy Grant's going to be here for a while. Yeah, I think it does put them back on the map. I think it honestly does. So they lost Jeremy Grant, they lost Mason Plumlee, and they've kind of just been staying afloat in that Western Conference. I think adding Gordon is really going to help them. Don't know what this means for Michael Porter Jr. though, because I think he'll still play, but I think him and Gordon are very similar players. We need to trade one of our guards. Yeah, we have 4 guards, 4 point guards, a couple shooting guards. We need a center. That's why a lot of people like Evan Mobley. Kobe scores 81 points. That is a goated YouTube name. I want a proven player for once, not a bust. Meet some ballers. I mean, Shadiq Bey is looking like a good pick. Also, Isaiah Stewart is a nice pickup. Killian Hayes, we don't really know what we're going to get out of him yet. That is yet to be determined. Some people are labeling him a bust in 7 games, but we'll see what happens with Killian. Blake talk came up around Denver, so I'm surprised that Gordon was on the radar. Well, I think Gordon is kind of a healthier, younger version of Blake Griffin, but like not like prime Blake Griffin. I'm like kind of like the Blake Griffin that we saw in 2019-20. Like Gordon can be good, but he's just got to develop that outside shot. Is Gordon playing the 3 or 4 in Denver? Both him and Embiid play, so both could probably get the best. Yeah, that's where I'm kind of confused by the trade, Mr. Reyes. I don't really know because I have MPJ in fantasy, so I don't know how this is going to affect him personally. But I do think that this is a big trade for Denver. I know that they've been very active because they they feel like they have a team that compete for a championship. I mean, you got Jokic, you got Murray. You saw what they did last year in the bubble, coming down from 3-1 not once but twice. They're a pretty good team. Yeah, Boys just tweeted that they're finalizing a deal. That is crazy. Wonder who the Nuggets are giving up. Probably Gary Harris and some other pieces. Who knows? They haven't really said who Denver's trading yet. It's just that. Let me check for you guys. Maybe I missed something. Let's see. Yeah, they haven't really said anything about Gordon to Denver, but that is pretty crazy, honestly. You should have bought a Blake jersey, and we would have had that. I was close. I was very close. And then I went in the team shop, and they wanted $130 for it. And I'm like, nope. I think we're gonna bounce back next year. We got a lot of picks and a rebuild team. Yeah, I think next year will be a lot better. I think our rookies will be a year older, and I think in this draft we have 4 draft picks in a loaded draft, so that is going to be good. Denver added JaVale McGee. Also, that's going to help with the rim protection. That is a big upgrade at the backup center position. I think McGee to the Nuggets. I believe he played with Nuggets before too, if I'm not mistaken. That's a really good move for the Nuggets. Yeah, let's see. Washington is trading Troy Brown and Mo Wagner to Chicago for Daniel Gafford and Chandler Hutchinson. Okay, that's interesting. So that trade just came in. So Mo Wagner and Troy Brown to Chicago for Gafford and Chandler Hutchinson. Wow. I hope the Pistons trade Plumlee. We will see what is going to happen. I think Drummond should go to the Warriors. He'd be a perfect fit. Wiseman and Drummond, I don't really know. I feel like they're higher in Wiseman than they would be Drummond. If there's a buyout market, though, then I could probably see that happening. Pistons Pistons need to suck this year. We should suck next year, too. I don't think we're going to suck as bad as we do this next year, Arthur. I think we'll be a little bit better. Ellington to Utah is what I'm hearing. All right, man. You got sources? I'm not going to make fun of you. You never know. Some people predict trades and they actually happen. We can forget about Amani Bates. We'll be good. But Amani Bates draft is next year. I don't think we're going to be like a 5th seed or anything like that. But I think we'll probably be like playing to maybe 7th next year, assuming everyone's healthy and assuming we get a top draft pick. Wagner must be traded him. Yeah, I mean, he's probably on the move. Is Weaver working on the Bulls today? He's very active. Nah, Bulls are trying to win, man. They're trying to make the playoffs. They are trying to make the playoffs. Can we trade with the Warriors and get Grant for the? No, I don't think the Warriors are going to trade that pick. I was assuming the Wolves do fall in the draft. That goes to the Warriors. I thought Bates was 2023. No, he's eligible next year for 2022 if he does want to come out, Shad. No, assuming he doesn't want to stay in college, then yeah, it would be 2023. Woj, tell me what they traded. He won't tell me what Orlando traded. Ellington for Mitchell. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell still pains me, you guys, as a Piston fan. Okay, here we go. That's it. Oh, okay. So all we know for the Gordon trade is Gary Harris, which not surprised. That makes sense because he's on a bigger contract. Don't know who else is going to be involved. So we'll see. We'll see. It's funny that because you do mention Mitchell. There's a guy in the draft. Oh, okay. Bro, they got my guy Hampton. So Gary Harris, RJ Hampton, and a first round pick to the Magic for Aaron Gordon. Bro, now they got Cole Anthony and RJ Hampton. Those are two guards that you guys, if you're on this channel and you were subscribed to me over the summer, you guys probably know that I loved RJ Hampton. I loved RJ Hampton. I loved Cole Anthony. I thought those two guys were really athletic, and I thought they were going to be Pistons. But man, Bobo and Bombo would be nice together. They would. They would. They block a lot of shots, and they get fouled out really quick. Dang, wish they Bobo. Yeah, I feel like Bobo's a player that the Nuggets really like. That's pretty crazy though, man. Like that's cheap to get Aaron Gordon, Gary Harris, RJ Hampton, and a first round pick. Wow. Wow. We should sign good players to Minnesota or Houston to earn their tanking. Yeah, I think Victor Oladipo is going to get dealt today, honestly. I don't know where, though. In my opinion, I think Orlando, yeah, I would too. Or, I mean, Orlando, they got a first round draft pick for two first round draft picks for Vucevic. They just got a first round draft pick for Gordon, and they got 2 seconds for Fournier. I think Terrence Ross is going to be next. I think he's the next player that's going to be traded because I think Orlando is just going to go full tank mode straight up. I think that's what they want to do. I could see Terrence Ross going to the Lakers personally, but it's going to have to be a 3-team trade for them because I think Terrence Ross could get you a first round pick. Man, the Bulls are just active. That's just crazy. Magic should have been rebuilding. Yeah, I mean, they've kind of been like on the cusp of like being like a fringe playoff team. I mean, I think they've been like a 7th and 8th seed. And then, Isaac got hurt, which that really sucked because I like Jonathan Isaac a lot. Fultz got injured. They drafted Cole Anthony. Now they have RJ Hampton and Gary Harris. Not gonna lie, I think Taco is a project player, and I think the Pistons should trade for him on the low risk, high reward. I don't really think you can play Taco that much. Taco reminds me of Boban a little bit, where they're good in certain situations, but you can't play them a whole lot of minutes just because of their size and how slow they are, like mobility wise. But I mean, you could probably get him for cheap, but I don't really know like what you would want to trade him for, honestly. Let's give the Wolves all our players so we get the first pick. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Wolves are gonna be a really bad team. I think they're gonna trade some of their pieces to get worse, but I don't think they're gonna trade any players to get better. It's crazy because they have Karl Anthony Towns as a first round pick and Anthony Edwards, who's a first round pick, and they have the worst record in the league. And they have some good players. They have like Ricky Rubio, Malik Beasley. I mean, they have good players. It's just I don't know why they suck. Hell no. I'm assuming that's to the Taco Fall stuff. Don't ever trade with Danny Ainge. Someone print it on a t-shirt. Like straight up. Like Danny Ainge is just a cancer to deal with. What can you say about selling for Thornton? Thornton, I can't even talk. THT. I think the Lakers are reluctant to trade him, but if he does get traded, I heard that Kyle Lowry may go to the Lakers for KCP, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Kuzma, and THT for Lowry. That would be a huge haul for the Lakers if they can get that because you'd have Kyle Lowry, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. And I think that's a very good team. I think Philly's ahead of the Lakers when it does come to getting Kyle Lowry. No, Kyle is from Philly, and Philly has the draft picks, and they have young players that they can trade, like Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, and others. I think Kyle is probably going to end up a 76er at the end of this trading deadline. Um, I don't really know what the Lakers are trying to do. I think they're kind of panicking because of the LeBron James injury. If LeBron wasn't injured, they probably wouldn't try to trade half of their core for Kyle, but we'll see what happens. I'm just scrolling on Twitter right now to see if there's anything. Let's see. You want Laura? See, I was really high on marketing, but like he would be good. He's just not a good defender. Like he's a really good 3-point shooter. He's like a perfect stretch four in today's NBA, but he just doesn't play any defense, like whatsoever. Don't really know like where he's gonna land, but I do see him getting traded. Looks like the Bulls are just going hard. They might get Lonzo Ball too, which is really scary. What I miss? Just Aaron Gordon trade to Denver, and then the Wizards and Bulls made a really completely useless trade. Bravo would be upset we got Lowry. Yeah, he probably would. He was ripping at him last game. I want Lowry to go to the Clippers. You don't like the Lakers, Marvin? Who can the Pistons afford this offseason with the DeLon contract freeing up cap space? I have no idea. I haven't looked at the free agents for this summer. I know this free agency is going to be really weak. I don't really see it being too strong. We could probably, get some better shooters, get some better rim protection. It all depends on who we draft and, during this trade deadline, what happens. Bravo would be upset if we got Laurie. Yeah, he would. So nothing crazy happened. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Nothing crazy has happened yet. Like I said, I'm just got my phone right in front of me just in case the trade does go down so I can read it to you guys. It's quiet right now. Who would most shock you in a trade? My pick would be Porzingis. I'd be very interested. So, like a shocking guy that would get traded, I would be shocked if DeRozan got traded. There's been talks about him getting traded, but I'd really be shocked if any team did trade for DeRozan. I think you put Porzingis, which strong possibility that the Mavs are active. Don't really know what they're trying to do. Maybe they get John Collins, who's been reported in rumors, but a lot of teams are reluctant to trade for him because he's going to be a free agent this summer. Just rejected a huge rookie extension. I don't really know. The Mavs are a weird team too. Like they need help, but so they're very limited. I think if they were to trade, it's going to be first star player like a Bradley Beal if he comes available. Free Bobo. Yeah. Bobo should be a Piston, but hey, I'm not going to get into that. When does the deadline end? So ends at 3 o'clock. Look at the Detroit for the whole team. Oh, yeah, Evan Fournier to the Celtics for 2 second rounders. I think he was on during that part of the stream. I'd stop watching the NBA if Dame got traded. Yeah, I don't think Dame's going anywhere, honestly. Dame's so loyal. Like he doesn't even care. Like he doesn't want to get traded. He just wants to chill in Portland. And if he wins, that's great. If he doesn't, he doesn't care. He's just gonna ball. Let's see. Yeah, pretty quiet still. Oh, we got a trade. Sacramento is finalizing a deal to send Valencia to the Miami Heat. It's kind of a pointless trade, but hey, it's a trade. Don't really know what the Kings are doing. I don't know if they're trying to rebuild or make the playoffs. Plumlee to the sea. Celtics need a center badly. I don't really think they need a center. I mean, they have Tice. They have Robert Williamson, who's an absolute stud. Have him in fantasy, but he can't stay in the game because of free throws. I think the Celtics probably, if they do trade for a center, I don't think Plumlee's at the top of their list. I really don't. What's a big name that you want? I want to see Lowry get traded. I want to see where he goes because that will determine in the East who is going to win the champion. Like if he lands in the East, like if he goes to Miami or if he goes to Philly, that's going to change the whole landscape of how we think who's going to come out of the Eastern Conference. If he goes to Philly, I think it's a wrap. I think that's enough to beat Brooklyn. I think it's really going to start to pick up around 2-ish. Yeah, I mean, it could pick up like that. You never really know. Valencia is kind of like I don't want to say like it's a boring trade, but I mean, we don't even know who Miami traded for Valencia yet. I want the Pistons to make a move at least one more. Yeah, I think we will. I think Wayne Ellington will be out of the door within the next couple hours. Probably because it's still early. This is why nothing is crazy happened yet. What draft year did the Nuggets? We don't know yet, Sam. Oh, Mr. Ray says it's 2025. Which, like I said, I'm scrolling on Twitter. I haven't seen it yet, but maybe Woj tweeted something about it. Yeah, you're right. 2025. 2025 first round pick. Huh. It's a couple years. Ellington would be perfect for Milwaukee. Yeah, he would. Milwaukee. I think Dallas makes sense. Any team that needs shooting. Oh, I haven't seen that name in a minute. Carlos Delfino. Oh, man. Oh, you're funny. You are funny, Jez. See Bradley Beal to the T-Wolves and LeBron to Houston. Stop the tank for Cade. That's not going to happen, but we're going to have to get lucky in the lottery if we want Cade. Definitely going to have to get lucky if we want Cade. What's the best shooter? Allen Houston? That's kind of going back, but I don't know. Delfino was pretty good. Yeah, Shadid Bey may. The last time we had a record this bad, we drafted Isaiah Thomas. Hey, man, I'm hoping. So George Hill just got traded to Philly. That's interesting. Yeah, 3 mils. 3 mils was a good shooter, too. Definitely. So I think Mo Hark, man, that was such a pointless trade for Miami. So Miami sending Mo Harkless and Chris Siva to the Kings for Valencia. That was like a really pointless trade, I guess. George Hill to Philly. So My guess is Lowry is not on his way to Philly anymore after George Hill going. So Miami and Los Angeles may be the front runners for Lowry if he does get traded. That's big news, honestly. I thought Philly was going to go get Lowry, but yeah, exactly, Vaughn. I think that Miami is in the running. I think maybe Los Angeles is in the running. Like if the Lakers get Kyle Lowry, man, uh, that's I don't know. I don't like all these star players teaming up. It's just it's a bad look for the NBA. That's a good trade for Philly. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Good veteran, can shoot threes. Really smart player. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, that is true. Valencia is a good shooter. I don't know, like maybe because he's in Sacramento. I completely forgot that he was a good shooter, Mr. Reyes. OKC. Oh, Philly is acquiring OKC's George Hill for Tony Bradley, Terrence Ferguson, and two future second round picks. Bro, what? Norman Powell to Portland for Gary Trent and Rodney Hood. Holy man, Portland just got better. Wow. It's heating up, you guys. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, what Detroit players will I don't know. Don't know. Uh, it's getting interesting. I can't believe Norman Powell's going to Portland. That's a good trade for Portland. That is a really good trade for them. Wow. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Tony Bradley just got tossed around. Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to read the full trade because Woj just decided, hey, I'm going to make another one. Oh, we got a three-way trade with the Knicks. Uh, Three-way deal with the Knicks. Terrence Ferguson to New York in the trade um, with the George Hill deal. So the Knicks are getting Terrence Ferguson, who is a Troy Weaver guy. Um, Probably not, Tim. We're not getting no star player. I want to see the Bucks get another star in Giannis. I mean, well, they traded half of their draft picks for God, what's his name? Drew Holiday. So we'll see. We will see. If the Lakers got Lowry, they definitely need role players because they'll throw all their players. Yeah, honestly, like they probably have to trade like KCP and a bunch of other pieces just to make it work. I did not expect the Blazers to get. I'm still shocked by the Norman Powell trade, honestly. Um, yeah, Middleton's solid. I wouldn't call him a star player though. He's an all-star type player, but he's not a star player. Not at all. I'm interested to see if the Cavs can trade Drummond. I want to see what they can actually trade him for. Wow. And people on Twitter are wild. Huh. Give my man Pistons. No, well, man, Crispy Flakes got like I don't know what, like 300,000 subscribers. I'm no Crispy Flakes. I don't even have 2,000 subs. The fact that I have 85 people in here is amazing. So shout out to you guys for actually being in here. If SVG was still here, he would have traded Stewart, Bay, Hayes for 2 first-rounders and picks. Oh, probably. You're right. I'm glad that he's not a GM anymore. Shout out to Detroit Drew for the super chat. Drop a like for some Piston trades. Appreciate you, Drew. I'm waiting on a Pistons trade, man. No Pistons trades so far. Just a bunch of crazy shit going on right now. Cavs better not get a better deal for Drummond than we did. Fine, I don't think they will. I honestly don't. I don't think a lot of teams want to trade for Drummond. What do you think the market is for Ellington now that you saw? I think a second-round pick for Ellington is probably the market. Maybe you can get a second on a young player, Carson. That's what I would ask for, honestly. I don't really know what Troy can get. Who knows? Got 2 seconds for DeLon. Never really know what can happen. If LeBron and AD ain't at least 90% healthy, it really don't matter what they add to the team. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think they will be, though, within a couple of maybe a month or two. Middleton doesn't compare to the second guys on these championship teams. Yeah, he really doesn't. He really doesn't. I know, man. I'm waiting for one. Everyone else is trading with us. Yeah. That's going back. The guy had an impressive mustache. Chilling, Mario, chilling. Same here, man. Something's got to happen. We got it's going on 1, so there's 2 hours left of this trading deadline, and we've been on for 52 minutes. Weaver is working for the Bulls of Magic today. Honestly, man. What do you think, Lonzo Ball? I heard the Pelicans thinking about shipping him out. Yeah, he's probably going to get traded. Just because the Pelicans don't want to lose him for nothing. He's probably going to get close to $20 million this offseason, too. I like Gary Trent in Portland, but Powell is a great pickup. Yeah, Powell is really going to help Portland. Definitely. Just saw him light up the Pistons for 43 points. Guy didn't have 1 assist. He was in his inner Kobe Bryant mode. Guy was just sniping us from everywhere. We got to get 2 seconds for Wayne after seeing the 2 seconds for JaVale McGee. Yeah, anything's possible. You never know. You never know. Toronto won the Portland trade. Gary Trent is going to be at 18 point per game for the next 5 to 10 years. Dude is a certified shooter, but absolutely, Mr. Reyes. That's, to me, Powell, I thought was going to warrant a first-round pick, but Trent Jr. and Rodney Hood, that's a really good trade for them. I can't believe we already have so many draft picks with what Troy did. Only 1 last year. I know we're going to be amazing next year. Yeah, Troy is definitely turning the ship around. Let's swap Ellington for Sumner from Indiana. Yeah, dude, if you guys didn't watch the game, that Sumner kid, holy shit. He was shooting the ball like crazy last night. Crazy. I don't know what got into him. I'm waiting for our team to be included in 3-team trades. Yeah, I mean, it's quiet, man. Watch it be last minute, too. It's probably going to be last minute. And we're going to be on here for 2-3 hours. Honestly, that's crazy. Weaver is going to bring back the idea of actually building your team. Yeah, I think that's a big reason why we hired him, Gerald, because Weaver knows how to draft. He knows how to build a team. And there's a sense of direction now, which I think we haven't had for a long time. We actually have a sense of direction, which, like I said, I haven't seen that in a long time as a Piston fan, and I'm excited. A lot of fans should be excited that Weaver actually has a plan and a goal that he's trying to build to Charlotte. I don't know what you're referring to about Charlotte. Where do I think Oladipo goes? Hot take, I think he goes to the Knicks. I think the Knicks and the Warriors to me would probably make the most sense. Let's see. It just doesn't make sense if the Pistons don't make it. They'll make moves, man. There's still another 2 hours left. So we'll see what happens. Weaver is just going through trade machine as we speak. Probably, man. Like, honestly, I did not expect Corey Joseph, like, at all. Like, I thought the line was going to get traded, but I did not think we were going to trade him to the Kings for Corey Joseph. That was just kind of just like a curveball. Personally, no, because I think he's a good locker room guy. But I can understand someone that would want him to get traded. 100% understand that from fans. What magic is Trey going to pull off next? Don't know. Lonzo to Charlotte. Now, I did see some people talking about that. I don't really think Charlotte would do that. I could understand it because Melo's going to be out for the rest of the year. You could possibly have Lonzo and LaMelo on the same team, which, I think it's still a pipe dream. I know LeVar wants all of his sons to play on one team together. I just don't see it happening. Maybe when they're older. Charlotte and Boston could use Drummond. Yeah, they could. Buyout market, for sure. Troy is probably getting the ideas from 2K trades. Let's talk about 2K trades for a minute. 2K trades are so unrealistic. Give you guys an example. I traded Blake Griffin in 2K21 for Zach LaVine and a couple draft picks that I sent them. Like, straight up. Like, no one in their right mind would trade Zach LaVine for Blake Griffin. That's possible. That's possible. I will be right back, you guys. I just have to go to the bathroom real quick. But drop any questions, and if there's a trade, drop it in the just comment down below, and we can talk about it. I will be back. All right, I'm back, you guys. Just needed a quick bathroom break. Was sitting here for over an hour. Sometimes you just have to piss and you just really hold it. Oh, you guys have a bunch of comments. Still waiting also for Oladipo, DeRozan, Lowry, Markin, and Lonzo trade. Probably Cat. You think Cat's gonna get traded? I feel like you'd have to trade a lot for Cat. I mean, a lot. I don't know about that. Well, who besides Wayne and Mason would be trying to move? I mean, you could possibly move Magruder because his contract next year is non-guaranteed. So if you're a team, you could just straight up waive him and not be responsible for paying him, which, it's not that much. Um, yeah, I feel like a trade's coming, you guys. Honestly, like I said, there's 2 hours to go. I think we could definitely make another trade or two. Okafor could be moved. Now, I don't want to trade Okafor because of the conspiracy theory that does surround um, around Okafor. So I don't know if I can share my screen. I don't think I can. But Okafor has been on teams that have landed the number one pick. When he was with the Pelicans, they got the number one pick. When he was with Philly, they got the number one pick, and we signed him. I'm hoping that conspiracy theory comes true and the Pistons land the number one pick. That would be awesome. I mean, a lot of us would love Kate Cunningham. We need a big. We need to move a big and one of our guards. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. We will see. You could guarantee Tyler Cook if you do move a big, honestly. Only one person need only person we need to move is Ellington. Yeah, it'll probably happen. It will probably happen. I'd like to see us get Zubox from the Clippers for Plumlee. That's actually not too crazy of a take I've seen. I think Zubox is obtainable. I don't know if the Clippers would do that, though. Crispy Flakes is also live. Let's fucking go. I got you on my phone and him on my computer. I honestly have never watched Crispy Flakes. I've heard of him. I know he's a big Piston fan. Someone did show me his live reaction of when they traded Luke Kennard, which I absolutely lost. I thought it was funny. I've never watched him, actually. Seems like a cool dude. Take Norman Powell graphic. Wait, what? Hold on. Where did he post it, Vaughn, on IG? Let me look. Oh, damn it. Man, I need to get a new phone, you guys. I still got an iPhone 7. Like, straight up. I don't know what you're talking about, Vaughn, but cool. Cool. I traded some dude. I drafted and like all my picks for Jason Tatum. Yeah, 2K is so unrealistic, man. Like you can basically get anything done. Like if you want to build a championship team in 2K, just look for a team that has a shitload of draft picks because you can just trade the draft picks and get like an all-star team so fast. Do we have a chance? Do we have a chance for the number one pick and hope we lose to Washington tomorrow would help us out a lot? Yeah, I mean, we have a chance. I mean, we're 2 right now. We have a 14% chance of getting that number one pick. Washington is, I believe, they're in the bottom 5 as well. They'll probably beat us. They got Westbrook. They got Beal. They got some pieces there. Look at the graphic. Woj tweeted. Okay, so he tweeted it. Let me see. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, he's an efficient shooter, Vaughn. I'm not really surprised by that. Not surprised by that at all. That's probably Like, I know the trade hasn't gone through, Ahmed, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Like, Wayne Ellington played for the Heat before. Would not be surprised if Ellington went to the Heat just for a second. Okay, keep Okafor. Yeah, straight up. Like that conspiracy theory with Okafor and teams getting the number one pick. Like that's why I just want to keep him. Like just keep Okafor. Let him ride the bench. You know it's bad when you're lying on conspiracy. Hey man, like a lot of us wanted LaMelo Ball last year. That didn't happen. Um, we're hoping we get Cade Cunningham. We're really hoping we get a top pick. I just hope we don't fall because it'll just look like the NBA just really hates the Pistons if we fall in this draft. Okay, if that's true, let's sign Okafor for 3 years. Yeah, honestly. Lowry to Miami in the works. Either Miami or the Lakers could get Lowry. To be honest, if we get the first pick, I'd want to trade down to the number 2 and get Mobley. So you wouldn't draft Cade if you got the number 1 pick. That's interesting. I've never heard that. You got to tell me why you'd want to do that. You just can't say a hot take like that. You got to tell us why you want to do that. Crispy likes Luke Kennard too much, so I get irritated watching him when he brings him up too much. Like I said, I've never watched him. Like I said, the only other NBA YouTuber that I used to watch was a friend of mine, Zach. He had a NBA YouTube channel called Slam Dunk Comedy or SDC. Don't really know what happened to him, but that's probably the only NBA YouTuber I watched. I'll watch Kenny from House of Highlights too, but like I said, those are probably the only other NBA YouTubers that I'll actually watch. Gordon to Denver, yeah, we talked about that, Mario. That's a good pickup for Denver. Happy for him. We play Brooklyn tomorrow. Ooh, Blake Griffin revenge game? Wonder if Blake was actually going to play. That will be interesting. Dame and Powell. Duo. I believe Drew's going to that game. Detroit Drew. I think he's going to that game. I thought he said that he got tickets to that game. I'm not really sure. I may be wrong. It was him or someone in the group that they were going to that Brooklyn game. It's a prediction. That's a really good prediction. I would not be surprised if that trade happened. Pistons talk. Did you see LaMelo Ball mic'd up talking to? I didn't. You guys are gonna have to send me the link to this stuff that you see because I can't see it all the damn time. Mr. Scoop B himself, Brandon Robinson, is saying Lowry's going to Miami. So we'll see if that actually happens. We will see. I bet Christian Woods wish he would have kept his ass here now. Yeah, he said he wanted to win, and Houston's like tied for like the worst record in the league with us. Dinwiddie get traded? They probably, if Brooklyn can find a suitor. Their asking price is kind of unreasonable. Personally, Marvin, they want a second-round pick and a player that can contribute, but a player doesn't cost them a whole lot. Like there were talks about the Pistons potentially trading for him, but I really didn't think they would because he's injured. You're not going to see him for the rest of the year. I don't know. Kenny always say get assets and flip them. Yeah, I mean that's the name of the game. Get assets and flip them. That's what Trey Weaver's doing. Like Corey Joseph is not the asset. The asset is the draft picks. So we have 3 second-round draft picks. You could flip 3 seconds for a late first easily. I hope Stu blocks Blake. That would be fun. Blake's finna do a windmill dunk tomorrow. He'll do a dunk and George Blaha will call it a windmill. We should bet money on that. Love George Blaha, but every dunk to him is a windmill or a tomahawk. Less than 2 hours left, and we've made one move. Yeah, we're probably going to make a move. We probably are. I mean, we're 110 and it ends at 3, so we could definitely probably see a move within the next hour or so. I'd like Dinwiddie on the Heat next year. I mean, yeah, if he comes back and he plays well, that's definitely something that the Heat would probably like. Now we got the Clippers in the Kyle Lowry sweepstakes. That's interesting that they can't trade anyone. They have no draft picks. Spencer being injured allows us to lose, though. Yeah, he does. He does. But you basically lose him for nothing because he's going to reject his player option. Damn, you good at catching up on comments. Hey, I try to answer everyone, man. I try to. Unless the question is just like absolutely crazy. Golden State, what'd you say, Sam? Golden State Warriors trying to get Danny Green from Philly. He would fit them, honestly. I don't want to say like Klay Thompson, but he'd be like a Klay Thompson light. He'd be like a Dollar General version of Klay Thompson, honestly. Nothing crazy. Please move Plumlee. I know a lot of people want to move Plumlee. Told you Lowry to the Clippers. I mean, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Blake is listed out for. Is he really? I'm gonna check on that. That's funny. Is he really out for rest? Man, Blake's trying to help us tank. Appreciate him. Let's see. Let me look at Brooklyn. Let's see. Oh, you're right. He might rest. How about that? That's funny. How about Ellington, the Golden State? That could work. I mean, throw us a second. You probably could. Lowry to the Clippers. Well, he's got that connection with Kawhi because they won a championship in Toronto together. That could make sense. I just don't know who the Clippers trade because they don't have any first they can trade. If they do, it's like a sixth grader right now. They have a couple seconds from us. I think they have 4 seconds from us with the Luke Kennard trade, but I don't know. Troy's about to package McGritter and Ellington into a late first somehow. Man, if he does that, build that man a statue. Build him a statue in front of LCA. Honestly. Plumlee is just as sloppy as Drummond, maybe more. Plumlee's more sound, I think, than Drummond. Like, you don't really see Plumlee make, like, I don't want to say that because I have seen him make dumb mistakes, but they're not as much as Drummond. Drummond would make mistakes where you would look at it and you'd be like, why the hell would you do that? Drummond used to try to play point guard, which I don't know if that was on the Pistons side or him just trying to show the team that he could be more than a rebounder. Hey, man, new sub. Good job. Heard some guy call into 97.1 and say Jeremy Grant is better than Scottie Pippen. Oh, that must have went over well. Better than Scottie? No, Scottie Pippen is one of the greatest. As a Piston fan, this pains me to say it. Scottie Pippen is one of the greatest small forwards to ever play the game. Jeremy Grant is not on that level. Jeremy Grant's a good small forward, but he's not on Scottie Pippen's level. I like Eric Pascal from the Warriors if we move Sekou. Yeah, he's an intriguing player. I do like him. If Danny Green trade happens, possible that Philly needs more shooting like Ellington. I mean, they have Seth Curry. If they want Ellington, I mean, they can take him. Just give me a copy for him. Lowry to the Clippers for Zubac and Terrence Mann. I don't think the contracts work out. I think Mann's still on a rookie deal, and Zubac, I think he's on his rookie's deal. You're gonna have to add more to it. Kennard to the Raptors for Lowry. I don't know. Pistons suck. You ready to get depressed about the final team for this year? The Tigers. And then we're done being depressed until August, right about when football starts up because of the Lions. Yeah, I mean, for me, basketball doesn't start like basketball to me is an all year thing. Like even if the Pistons are done playing and there's no more games, you have the draft to cover. So I'll cover the draft. After the draft, there's going to be summer league, assuming there's a summer league this year. I'm sure there will be. And you got all the players, working out during the summer, hyping us up, and we always fall for it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Players shooting 3-pointers when they really shouldn't be shooting 3-pointers in the gym, and we get hyped up about it and we overreact. Or people dunking in the summer, for sure. But to me, basketball is all year thing. There's no off season for basketball. There's always something going on. If it's not Pistons, it's NBA related. The NBA doesn't really have an off season to me. Drummond thought he was a guard. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, man. Like he'd bring the ball up the court, and it would just be like, man, is Jeremy better than his dad? I would say so. No disrespect to his father, but Jeremy Grant has improved a lot. I think Jeremy Grant's probably better than his uncle and his dad, just because he has an all-around game. Jeremy did get his shooting from his dad. I'm not trading Sekou if I'm the Pistons. Yeah, I mean, you don't trade him unless you feel that you can get a good return for him. But like, if someone offers you a second-round pick, then no, you're not going to trade Sekou. Man, it's gotten awfully quiet, you guys. Awfully quiet. 117. And trading deadline ends at 3 o'clock. That's crazy, though, that someone at 97.1 said that Jeremy Grant's better than Scottie Pippen. I can't get over that. That's crazy. Scroll on the timeline on Twitter, and it's pretty dead. Oh, got something from Bobby Marks. Bobby, we already know. Oklahoma City has a projected 34 draft picks over the next 7 years. 17 first-round picks and 17 seconds. Where did Troy Weaver come from? OKC. That's why I was happy when we got him. All I want in the draft is Cade of the two Jalen's or Mobley. Yeah, I mean, it would probably go like Cade, Evan Mobley, Jalen Green. I moved him up on my board after watching him play. Then you got Jalen Suggs. Then you got Kuminga. There's a lot of guys in this draft that I think if you land with the top 5 draft pick, you're getting a good player. It doesn't really matter, but I'm hoping we get the number 1 pick. I just have a feeling we're going to fall. I don't know what it is. Definitely not better all around than Grant. I feel like he has the potential to be. Because Jeremy Grant, I don't even think Jeremy Grant has reached his full peak. I think he still has a lot that he can improve on. Like ball handling, I feel like his ball handling can get a lot better. His shot is nice. Horace Grant's a nice player, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Jeremy Grant has kind of more of a two-way edge over both of those guys. I like what the Bulls did today. Can't lie. Yeah, if you're a Bulls fan, you should be ecstatic. I mean, you got Vucevic. You might get Lonzo Ball. That's crazy. Trade Sekou. We got some Trade Sekou fans in here. Huh. Interesting. How would you feel about the Pistons getting Bamba from the Magic? I feel like I've talked about Mo Bamba a lot. I wouldn't want it just because it would take opportunities away from Isaiah Stewart. And I'd rather develop Stewart over Bamba. Bamba just can't stay healthy, which it's sad, but I don't know. I was already thinking about we'll land a second Garza and many others in this draft, especially. And some people don't think Garza is going to be any good in the NBA. Well, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Harvey averaged 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1.66 on 46% shooting. Jeremy is much better than his dad. Yeah. He is. George Hill is a great pickup for the Sixers, but their bench is weak. Nets and Sixers will be a great Eastern Conference matchup. Yeah, I mean, it all depends if Joel Embiid does come back, and Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris and Seth Curry. Definitely, to me, that would probably be my favorite to be an Eastern Conference matchup. I still think Milwaukee, I don't want to count them out, but until Coach Budenholzer shows me that he can coach and make adjustments in the playoffs, I'm not going to put them over Brooklyn or Philly. To be honest, we should have traded for Daniel Gafford. I mean, he's okay, but I mean, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I mean, Washington has him now. Worst Piston draft pick, Henry Ellington or Austin Day? I would probably say Ellington. Austin Day wasn't terrible, but it's just Ellington to me, I didn't think we were going to draft. I thought we were going to draft a power forward, but Ellington wasn't really on my list. And the Pistons didn't even work him out either, which it's kind of dangerous when you don't work out a prospect that you've never seen. And you saw what happened. It didn't turn into anything good. You're not the only one, man. I thought we'd be a play-in tournament too. I mean, I think you only have to be a 10 seed. I think the Pistons are like, what, 7 games out with 30 games left? Anything's possible. You never know. Ellington easy. Some people say Austin Day. I think it's close. I think they're both bad draft picks, if you ask me. Nothing good. Okay. Some baseball shit. Second round picks will be value this year. Absolutely. I heard about that last year, that the Pistons wanted to pair up Derrick Rose and DeMar DeRozan together. I'm glad that didn't come into fruition, but I think DeMar's going to stay in San Antonio. I don't see him getting moved. The Vucevic trade is nuts. Yeah, I didn't see Vuce getting traded. 2 seconds, or 2 seconds, 2 first for him, I think, was kind of I don't want to say the Magic could have got more, but I feel like they could have. But it looks like the Magic are just going to completely rebuild. Just chilling, Curtis, just chilling. Imagine the Blazers in the East. What seed do you think they would be? Oh, they'd be probably top 3 or top 4, honestly, King. But that backcourt, shit. Ellington way worse, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think so. I think we're playing tournament next year, for sure. Oh, we got LeVar Ball back. Do you have any good in the 15 through 20? Don't really know what you're referring to, but sorry, I don't really know how to answer that question. I heard DeRozan trade to the Lakers was possible. I didn't hear that, but hey, I don't know where you heard it from, but you'd have to tell me where the sourcing was, and I can tell you if it's true or not. And last night's trade, what year? 2021 Lakers and 2024 Kings. It was a steal for sure. Yeah, I mean, Chicago's trying to win. They're not trying to stamp at. Some people think that trade was bad for them, but you get an all-star center in Vucevic. You still have Zach LaVine. You got Mo Wagner and Troy Brown. Troy Brown's a really underrated player. A lot of people don't talk about him, but he's a very good player. So like it for Chicago, trying to make that playoff push, hoping they get in the playoffs. Even, as a Piston fan, I mean, you have to respect like the players that they have. Like LaVine's a baller. Vucevic I've loved for years. Hope they make the playoffs. Yeah, I feel like the Magic got robbed. Haha, at least they got a young big in Wendell. Yeah, Wendell's a nice player too. They also have Isaac, they have Fultz, Cole Anthony, RJ Hampton, Gary Harris now. I mean, they're in a rebuild now, which is absolutely crazy. He got traded to the Bulls, the Chicago Bulls. Who's really left in free agency you think we could make a play at? I don't even know who's going to be available in free agency. I usually look after the season's over, but I haven't really looked into it yet, Aaron. But I really don't think the Pistons are going to do much in free agency. This free agency is probably going to be weaker than most years. Chicago had to do something to make sure Levine doesn't leave next year. Yeah, I mean, they had to get him help. I mean, he's having a hell of a year. Is there a chance we can get Buddy Hield? Probably not. I wouldn't trade for Buddy Hield just because he's on a huge contract, like a really big contract. Like when Blake was here, I was open to trading Blake Griffin for Buddy Hield. But now that Blake isn't here anymore, we're still paying him, but he's not here. I would have done it. But I don't know. If they can move Mark, I like him. Yeah, they probably will. Breaking. Woj has been traded to the Magic, now being their vets. Magic got 2 first rounders out of that. There's protections on it, though, Marvin, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm hearing the Lakers refuse to add Tucker to a. See, I saw the opposite. I saw they're willing to add THT to a trade. So I don't know where you saw that. Yeah, like someone said it's too quiet now. I think Evan said that. Yeah, absolutely. It is too quiet. I think Troy is just gonna strike. Look at the last minute. I think we still have an hour and a half left. I think it is. I don't know. I really don't know if it's a long-term thing. If it is, that's definitely something that I think a lot of us as Pistons fans would like, because you don't have to necessarily make or be the 8 seed, because I know that's kind of like what we've pushed for years. But you could be a 10 seed and make a play-in tournament. You never really know. Fun fact, in today's NBA trade deadline, every player named Gary was moved. I don't even think about that, man. That's actually kind of funny. Gary Harris, Gary Trent. Oh, wow. That's funny. What do you think about Kobe White? I don't think Chicago values him that much highly anymore. Do you see him in Detroit? No, I do not see him in Detroit, and I still think they value him a lot. To me, Kobe White is a perfect guy to bring off the bench. He's a good spark plug. I think, like I said, I watched a lot of Carolina games. He's a really good player. It's just I don't really view him as a point guard. I view him as more of a guy that can come off the bench and light it up. What's up, Pistons Talk? Fan from India. What's good, man? It's got to be late over there. I bet Gary Harris is sick. Yeah, I mean, going from Denver to Orlando, I think I'll be all right. Warmer weather. Whenever it gets quiet, Troy makes a move. Yeah, I'm waiting, man. It's too quiet right now. Absolutely too quiet. Question. Are we able to trade and waive and stretch to balance out a trade financially? No, we cannot. We used all of our stretch provisions this year. Pistons cannot do that anymore. Troy used them all in a year. One of my friends does not want to tank. He's trying to make the play-in. First off, that's possible to make it. Second off, fade for Cade. Well, like I said, some fans don't want to tank. Some fans want to win, which I can completely understand. completely understand. But even if you make a play-in tournament, you're going to hurt your draft odds in a very good draft. If the Pistons were really serious about winning, they wouldn't have traded DeLon Wright. They would have tried to keep him around because Corey Joseph is a huge downgrade from DeLon Wright. Did y'all know Damian Lee is Steph Curry's brother-in-law? I did know that. Thanks for the NBA trivia. Don't want Buddy. Yeah, I don't want him anymore either. Didn't want Corey Joseph either. He's awful. Yeah, he's really not good. His best days are behind him. I think it's a strong possibility Ellington gets released, if not traded, in more 10 days coming from G League players. I think he gets traded, but like I said, I think Troy probably has a deal in play, and he's just waiting to see what the best possible deal is because there's still another hour or so left with this trade deadline because we're at 1:30 and it ends at 3. I think it's going to get real interesting within the next half hour of this. I think Mo Bamba would be a nice move. I mean, I can understand it, but at the same time, I want to develop Isaiah. Rather just give him the full reins. Mo Bamba can go somewhere else. Okay, so he has 34 picks in the next 7 years, 14 first and 14 seconds. Yeah, it's obnoxious, isn't it? To me, I think what's going to happen is they're just going to wait until they're good and just trade for a star player, honestly. Why would Detroit want another guard? I think we need a big man with size that can move his feet. I mean, we have a big man. Like, I don't know why people don't feel like Isaiah Stewart isn't a big man. Like, to me, he could start right now, and you could bring Plumlee off the bench if you wanted to. Like, straight up. Like, you don't need to trade for a Mo Bamba. Like, Mo Bamba's not really that – he's not that good. Even though he was drafted really high, he's not a good player at all. He got beat out by a G League guy. It just shows you that, you know, just because you get drafted high doesn't mean it translates into you being a good player. Marvin Bagley is another example of that. Bagley's a terrible player, but he got drafted high. It doesn't mean that you're a good player. Really want multiple picks for Ellington if he's traded. You might get one. I don't know if you get multiple. Yeah, that's all the Pistons are asking for. That's what I heard. They only want second-round picks for Wayne Ellington because that's probably what the market is. Last-minute Troy is coming. Absolutely. You know, I think we were just calling about it personally just to kind of see what the market is for Jared Allen, like doing our due diligence. I don't think the Pistons are in any financial situation to go after Jared Allen. That man is going to get $100 million this offseason. To me, you do not build around centers in the modern NBA. This is a guards league. It's not a centers league. Jared Allen's a nice player, but he's not worth $100 million to me. I don't even think he's worth $70 million, but that's just my opinion on it. Definitely should be tanking. We have known the business trying to make the playoffs this year. Troy Weaver is trying to kick in, tries at the young achievement. Yeah, Kevin Knox, I heard, is on the trade block too. Not really a Kevin Knox guy. Just give OKC a whole draft class. Yeah, honestly. If JaVale can fetch a second-round pick, Ellington, absolutely. They could probably get a second round for Ellington. What happened to the Al Horford rumors? I think they died down. I don't think people want to trade for him, honestly. Stewart is good, but he's not a starter. See, that's where I disagree. I think he is a starter. I think he can become a starter, but there's still more developing to be there. The Pistons didn't draft him at 16 to be a bench player. They believe that he could one day become a starting center or a starting power forward in this league. Stewart needs another big to play with for the future. I mean, that's why people want to have a Mobley. Stewart and Grant are starting bigs for a while. No, Jared Allen, too much money. Yeah, absolutely. $100 million. I'm straight. I am straight. I do not want Jared Allen for $100 million. That's how I feel too. I think Stewart is going to be a really good player. I basically said that I believe Isaiah Stewart is going to be on the same trajectory as a Bam Adebayo, and people kind of laughed at me for that. But hey, it's a hot take. May come true, it may not. You might see me on Frisian Cold Takes. Who knows? I like Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, same here. It's a good player. A fast, young, rim-running small ball center. I see Stewart fitting into that role perfectly. Get a rebound and defend hard. Yeah. What about Lonzo? Well, he's not going to go on the Pistons. He's probably going to go either to the Clippers or the Bulls or the Knicks. There's a lots of players out there that the Pistons could trade for, but I don't think Lonzo is going to be on their radar at all. Grant plays more like a small forward, needs to bulk up for the front court. Pistons talk. Do you see Saddiq Bey get hurt in the game? Is there? There's no update on him. If there is an update, we'll probably get one. Usually, you get injury updates like around 5-ish. So be on Twitter around 5. You guys will probably know an update if Bey is hurt. I can check for you guys right now on an injury report website, but I don't think he got hurt because he was playing last night. So I know people were saying, did you see the injury? I didn't. I actually walked away from my computer, so I didn't actually see him get hurt. But I'll check on the injury for you right now to see if there's any updates. Let's see. No updates. He's good. He's good. He is good. I really want to see Stewart play the 4. Yeah, I mean, we've been playing him at 4 more often, so that's interesting. Bey, Grant, Stewart, unless we get Mobley. Yeah, I mean, that'd be interesting. Do I have a next generation console? No, man. I have a PS4 that collects dust. And it might be, yeah, it's right there actually behind me. It's just collecting dust right now. I don't even use it. Don't have time for video games, really. Jeremy Grant is overrated, in my opinion. Okay, tell me why. Adrian Wojnarowski, Kyle Lowry to the Heat for Duncan Robinson in the first. Man, if I didn't get the update, I know you're capping. Yeah, you're bullshitting. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. No way we give a huge contract for a center. It's a big mistake. Yeah, did you not learn from the Andre Drummond experience? We gave that man over $100 million. It didn't work out. Beef Stew is a future star. A mix of Ben Wallace and Bam Adebayo. Another big with some size that's just as hungry next to Stew is what I want to see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I see the same thing in Stewart as you. He's going to develop his jumper more and make people close in his great shooting ability. It'll make everyone around him open the floor. Yeah, that's what I see with him. I think once that jump shot starts to develop at more of a consistent rate, that it's going to open up the whole offense because people are going to close out on him. And Stewart, he's a pretty underrated passer. So you can, make passes to people on the perimeter, or maybe you see someone cutting to the basket, you can make a pass. Motown Mobley. I call him Motor City Mobley, but whatever you guys want to call him. I see him as a possible young Ibaka in a lot of ways. That's a good comparison, actually. What time is the deadline exactly? 3 p.m. We're going on 2 o'clock. We've been on for an hour and 40 minutes, which is crazy. I hope we resign Dennis Smith Jr. and slide Josh to the 3 or 2. I wouldn't expect us to resign DSJ. I just don't see it. He's playing good, but I don't know. That player, that qualifying offer he has is for close to $8 million. I don't know if the Pistons want to do that. That boy Beef Stew is nice. Nobody want nothing with that kid. He doesn't back down from Giannis, Trez, and Keith. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Marvin, they traded away all their stars, man. They got a shitload for Paul George. They got a lot for Russell. They got a lot for pretty much all their star players, and they're just hoarding picks. And SGA actually went down, so Thunder could actually be another team that could be within the lottery with us. Grant is underrated. That depends what happens to Hamadou. Hamadou's probably going to play this week. I don't see DSJ being a part of the future. That's just my opinion on it. It's like no sourcing or anything like that. I just don't think DSJ is going to be a part of the future. I think the Pistons just took a flyer on him to see what was there. And maybe DSJ gets another opportunity with another team. I just don't really see it with all the point guards that you do have. What time is the deadline? 3 o'clock. It's 1:40. 1 currently. Suggs or Mobley if they don't get Cade. Jalen Green, Mobley, or Suggs or Kuminga would be a good pick, in my opinion. Question. Would y'all trade Josh Jackson for a mid-first? If someone offers you a mid-first round pick for Josh Jackson, you take that. You take that straight up. Toronto and the Clippers are in talks with a Lowry trade. I'm not on Twitter right now. Let me check. Believe you, but you know some people are trolling. Wow. Yeah, I haven't seen that. Oh, here we go. So the Raptors wanted Matisse Thybulle, Tyrese Maxey, and 2 draft picks from the Sixers for Kyle Lowry. Wow. That's a lot for Kyle. I think Jalen Green is a must-have for us. Yeah, if you're going off a need in this draft, you need a shooting guard, and Jalen Green is a really good shooting guard. You got to have a front office with some common sense. We do have a front office with common sense now. We haven't in years, but I mean, I don't really know if you're replying to someone else in the chat. Just because one front office didn't know how to build a team. Yeah, the Van Gundy front office was weird. It just I feel like a lot of people blame Van Gundy for the Blake trades and the trades he made, but he had Tom Gores down his throat, like straight up. Like Tom Gores wanted to win so bad. Van Gundy had to just make trades to make him happy and to keep his job personally. Tom Gores frightens me because he may get sick of this rebuild. He might say, hey, Troy, go get me a star player. Like, that should frighten Pistons fans. Pistons suck. Can you explain the Sacramento move? Could we move Joseph in the draft? So the trade essentially was for DeLon Wright and 2 second-round picks, the Lakers' 2021 first-round pick and Sacramento's 2024 second-round pick. As for your question about moving Corey Joseph in the draft, nobody with a 10-foot pole is going to touch Corey Joseph for any kind of draft compensation, okay? Corey Joseph also is going to save you money in the long run, too, because his contract next year is only guaranteed for $2.4 million. Even though you do look at his contract, it's bigger. It's not fully guaranteed. So I think that's a big reason why Troy Weaver traded DeLon for Corey Joseph, because it's going to save him over $6 million in the long run. Christian Wood gotta hate leaving us for a slower rebuild in a front office who don't have a clue right now. Yeah, Houston's weird, man. I mean, they have talent, but they're just bad. Bleacher Report. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I see Lowry getting moved. I just don't know when he's going to get moved. Just don't know when, but we'll see. I thought Lakers might try something special. Still time on the clock. Yeah, I mean, they still have like another hour or so to see. Watch the Thunder either draft Cade or Mobley and trade for a superstar than be in contention for 3 years. I mean, they have the draft capital to do it. We don't right now. I mean, sorry, I got distracted from a notification on my phone. Yeah, I mean, the Thunder, even though they traded away all their players, I mean, they're still a really good team. And like I said, if there's a star that becomes available and they feel that, they've done enough rebuilding, they'll probably use one of those 14 first-round draft picks that they've acquired over the years. You don't trade a hometown kid with so much young growing room like Jackson. Yeah, it would suck to trade Josh, but if someone's going to give you a first-round pick for Josh, you have to consider it. Pistons talk. I hate you streaming in the background. Have there been any more news? No, it's been pretty dry ever since the Aaron Gordon trade. It's been just speculation of who's going to get traded. It's been pretty stale, honestly. Jalen Green is a hybrid, 4/5. Todd. Yeah, I mean, like if you want a shooting guard, you would probably want Jalen Green or Moses Moody. Van Gundy was the worst. I wouldn't even say Van Gundy was the worst GM that I've seen. I've seen worse. I've seen way worse. He actually made some okay trades. The Tobias trade was actually pretty solid. Trading Jennings and Ilyasova for Tobias. Getting Marcus Morris, Reggie Bullock for a second-round pick, that was a good trade. I mean, Van Gundy made good trades during his tenure in Detroit. He wasn't terrible. Just the Blake trade, I think, is the one stain on his record where Pistons fans can't really forgive him, which I understand. I say keep Jackson, but we need shooters and passers around him to take the pressure off of him jacking up bad shots. He's at his best cutting to the basket and driving to the basket. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Never good to have a GM be your coach. I mean, the only one that does it well is Greg Popovich, honestly. He's the only one in the NBA that actually does it, and he develops the talent that he drafts. Yeah, that is scary. That's why we, out on Blake, we needed a point. Question, can we restruct Corey Joseph's contract to a 10-day? No, we can't. We can't. How speechless was I for the Bulls trade? Not too speechless. I think, the Bulls wanted the win. Now, did I see Vucevic getting traded? No. But I knew there was a possibility because there was talks like probably 3 weeks ago that they may look to trade and just blow up the whole roster. I think they will. I think they're just waiting, honestly. Like I said, this next hour is going to be very interesting to see what actually happens with the Pistons. Like I said, it's really quiet right now. No one's really making any moves, but we'll see what happens. Top Shot trading cards for future investments. Take a quick look. I know some of my friends that have done that, but I'm not really interested in buying highlights, honestly. But hey, it could be a good investment. You never know. You think Cam Reddish would fit Detroit? I saw an article saying he's available. Yeah, he's available, but I mean, I don't really think we need any more wings. I think we're good. Because if you bring in Cam Reddish, you're going to be taking opportunities away from possibly Sekou, possibly Shadi, possibly Josh Jackson. I don't really think you need to trade him. Ellington and Magruder. Yeah, those are possible guys. Not for 100 million, Diego. Not for 100 million. I'm straight on that, you guys. Like straight up. Like 100 million for Jared Allen. That's a no-go. Most active deadline I've seen, I want to say 2017 was probably the most active deadline. This one's not too bad. What Piston point guard did I hate more? Beno Udre, Jose Calderon. Oh, it's Steve Blake, and it's not even close. Steve Blake is the only correct answer, and I'm going to tell you why. Steve Blake, like if there was a lead when Steve Blake was here, that lead would be gone. But at least Beno Udre had that nice, like little mid-range jumper in his bag. Jose Calderon wasn't completely useless. Steve Blake was just awful, like god awful. Like I do not miss that man, like whatsoever. Like if Steve Blake was on, I would turn off my TV. That's how bad I hated watching Steve Blake. Like he actually made me hate watching Pistons basketball games. I was really glad when he wasn't a part of the Pistons anymore. What's going on, man?
I'm on lunch right now, so I don't got too long. But I am not gonna sit here and watch this Steve Blake go down when Jose Calderon is obviously the answer. What the hell is going on?
No, it's Steve Blake. It's not even close.
Did you watch Jose play?
I did.
Steve Blake helped get us to the playoffs, not because of him, but he was on that team. What did Jose do when he was here?
I mean, they're both pretty damn useless.
I mean, they all are. I mean, again, my motto is don't trust anyone with a man bun, so Bino, he's out of here.
I mean, at least Beno had that little jumper. I mean, like, Steve Blake, honestly, like, I think he had maybe one good game in preseason. And after that, it was just like, I was like, yeah, this guy's trash.
I just think this is funny we're talking about this at the deadline. There's so many trades going on right now.
I mean, I can't even catch up on these damn questions, man. Like, got 90. I think we had, like, during the trade last night, we had over 100 people at 1 in. It's just, like, absolutely crazy, man.
That was crazy. I woke up. I seen you already had a video. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I know. I had Easy in there, like, at 1:30 in the morning with me. I was just like, man, it's just like, this is insane. I was getting ready for bed.
Right now, man. You guys are party animals, man.
It's just got caffeine in my veins.
Whole lot of Red Bull and coffee.
Absolutely. Norman Powell trade. I like it for Portland.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal for Portland, man. He's been balling out. And then they got Gary Trent Jr. back, didn't they?
Yep, they did. And that's a good deal for Toronto, honestly.
It is. I mean, that's not really much of a – I actually think, when Gary got that opportunity, I think he was better than Norman Powell. If not, he was right there with him.
Yeah, Gary could definitely be a 20-point-per-game scorer easily. Like, I actually wanted the Pistons to trade for him because we needed that shooting guard help. But, I mean, now we have another Raptor killer that's going to kill the Pistons for the next couple of years that we have to watch.
Name a more iconic duo.
Oh, my gosh. There's so many. The Raptors don't trade Lowry. Do you think he's bought out? No, they're not. They're not going to buy him out. I think he still gets traded, though. But
the newest reports that Miami is the leading offer right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Philly wanted, or the Raptors wanted Thibault, Maxey, and 2 first-round picks, and they weren't willing to do that.
Very curious to see what's being thrown out there right now.
I want to try Top Shot. Yeah, I'm too big of a coward to try Top Shot, honestly. And I don't feel like waiting for, like, I don't know. People said they have to wait like 2 weeks just to get their pack. And it's quiet, man. It's been quiet for like an hour.
The calm before the storm. It's about to go down.
That Gordon trade, they got me all hyped up. And then, like, after that, it's been quiet as hell.
I just want to know, why is Wayne Ellington and Plumlee still here?
I think Wayne gets traded. And I know Plum Dog's probably going to your Mavs or something like that.
Hey, don't say that. I don't want my
Oh, man. Casey knows playing a 3-guard lineup in the past. Do you think it could work with DSJ, Killian, and Saban in short spurts? I think he already experimented with DSJ and Saban, and that failed miserably. I don't know. He would, but I'm not touching that contract. He's on a big contract. It's like $80 million, I think, with the Hawks.
All right, man. I gotta head back to work, man. Keep grinding, man. You're doing good today.
For sure, for sure.
Hey, before I do dip out, though, you guys gotta hit that like button, bro. We almost got 100 people back in here. Let's get 100 likes.
Appreciate it. Talk to you later.
Peace out, bro.
Later. So if you guys haven't been subscribed to Detroit Drew, I'll leave a link of his YouTube channel in the description. Makes a lot of great Detroit Pistons content. Magic in Toronto are trying to tank so they can get in the way of the Pistons' #1 pick. Yeah, probably. What team do you think, Ellington? Any team with 3-point shooting, contenders, like I think he has value. I just don't know what Detroit is looking for. I think if it was strictly a second, he would have been traded like last week. Detroit knows what he's doing. Everyone needs to chill. To be honest, it's probably 6 bots that I block. Like I get a lot of blots on here. Bots. They always like comment like, oh, within like 24 seconds, and you click on a link and you get a damn virus. They're probably just bots, but I'll be right back, you guys. I am going to warm up my coffee because I'm absolutely exhausted. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I'll be. All right, I am back. Who's Drew? Just trolling. Why did we do the Sacramento deal? I mean, there were better options. We don't know what the options were. I mean, for you to assume that if there are better options, Lon's market could have been really low. You're getting 2 second-round picks and you're saving $6 million on a deal. So I don't really know why you think that there were better options out there. We're going to do anything. I don't know. Doesn't look like we're going to be doing anything. Honestly, people forget about that. That Bruce Brown trade, we have the Raptors second-round pick. So more they lose, the higher that pick is. I think it's sitting at 38 last time I checked. So it's a pretty good second-round pick right now. Got 1 more hour left, you guys. See what happens. Terrence Ross. Yeah, I could see him being moved. I don't know if the Pistons would trade for him. I know I think he was in Toronto with Casey. I think he's going to go to a contending team. I think teams that need a guy that come off the bench or just 3-point shooting, he could be a guy that a lot of contending teams may look to trade for. Just scrolling to see if there is any news. Don't really see anything so far. Man, it's been boring. Oh, man. That is hilarious. Someone tweeted a picture of Danny Ainge, and it says, I was close to getting Gordon, too. Oh, man, that's freaking hilarious. I really hope we trade Plumlee. Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. It just depends if teams want to take him or not. Don't really know what teams would want Mason Plumlee, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, we got 57 more minutes until the trading deadline is over. So this should be interesting. Been on for over 2 hours, so I appreciate all you guys hopping in on the chat. Yeah. Yeah, you guys know how Danny Ainge is. It's people are trolling on him. To think he only came out with the Evan Fournier through this trading deadline, that's pretty funny. Definitely thought they were going to get better. Is there a reason why people say don't Google Evan Fournier? Don't Google his last name. Why would you want to Google his last name? Oh, I fell for it. I fell for it. Do not Google his last name. Oh my God. You guys want to pull a prank on someone? Have them type in Fournier's last name. It's a good laugh. Oh, I fell for it. Oh my God. Damn, Celtics got Fournier for 2 second rounders. Yeah, it looks like they used their trade exception. What could we get for Plumlee? You'd have to package him for someone probably. You just can't probably trade him straight up. If you do, you probably wouldn't get a lot in return. Did you hear the rumor that the Warriors want Jeremy Grant and we want to trade Wiggins for Grant? I heard a rumor about that, but I don't believe it. Don't ever Google image Greg Oden. Yeah, I'm not going to after that Fournier bullshit. Don't need to add anyone else unless it's a young center like or a wing like Jarrett. Excuse me, Jarrett Culver. Yeah, Jarrett Culver's nice. Bro, it's just like the fact that what's really funny about that whole Fournier thing is if you scroll on Twitter, Evan Fournier says, "Hi Celtics fans. If you're not familiar with me, please Google my last name. You're welcome." The man actually tweeted that. Oh my god, that is probably the ultimate troll move. Oh man, if you guys want to pull a prank on your friends, just have them Google that or just send a link to it and have them click on it. Wonder if we can probably call Anthony from the Magic. They're having a wholesale. Yeah, who knows? I mean, he's hurt, I think. Last time I checked, I think his arm got messed up or something like that. Man, I can't believe I fell for that. It's always I want to jump on for 15 minutes before I eat. All right, Ben, I'll send you a link. Hold on. Give me a second. I can send you a link for a little bit. Oh, we got another trade, you guys. We got Toronto is trading guard Matt Thomas to Utah for Jazz, a future second round pick. Matt Thomas is a good ass shooter. No, a lot of people don't probably know about Matt Thomas, but he's a pretty good shooter. Looks like Toronto's having a fire sale too. That is a very good trade for Utah, because they're going to need some more three-point shooting. Rodney McGruder and a second-round pick for Jarrett Culver. You think the Wolves would do that? Oh no. You got to be kidding. So, two things holding up the Kyle Lowry trade. Lakers won't include Talen Horton-Tucker, and the Heat won't include Tyler Hero. You got to be kidding me. You seriously? Detroit goes, no one's taking that trade, man. No one's the salaries don't even match up. Wayne Ellington and Plumlee for Kyle Lowry. Teams are offering multiple first young players for Kyle Lowry. You're not going to get it on minimal guys that don't make an impact. Like if a trade happens for Kyle Lowry, it's going to be a big ass trade. It's not going to be Detroit's bench players. Is Rodney McGruder trade real? I mean, there's been no reports to it. I mean, he could get traded. I'm not saying it won't happen, but I mean, we'll see. So the Lakers offered Dennis Schroeder, KCP, and a package for Kyle Lowry. Man, no one want KCP. Come on. Lakers are just trying to pull a fast one. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yo.
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, I just wanted to ask you, do you think that trade puts Denver over the edge?
No. Not at all.
Wow. You don't?
Mm-mm. No. I think they'll still have problems because Gordon is not the defender that Grant is. if they're going to try to put him into that box and into that role, then they got a rude awakening.
I thought they might put him over the edge.
I mean, they'll make the playoffs and they might win a round, but I don't think they're going to be like a championship contender by any means.
I thought that's where my mind was.
Oh, damn, for real? I mean, I like Gordon, but I mean, how are you going to play him and Michael Porter Jr. in the same lineup together?
That is true. That is true. But I was just thinking, like, I could just see him and Jokic with backdoor cuts and just throwing them alley-oop. That's where my mind was.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, like, if you're a Nuggets fan, you get to watch Jokic and Murray and Aaron Gordon. I mean, that's going to be a fun team to watch. But I think come playoff time, Gordon's never really been into that setting. I mean, I think he's won maybe one playoff game against the Raptors. I think DJ Augustin beat the Raptors in Toronto. He's won maybe like one playoff game in his like whole career. Like Jokic and Murray have been there. He hasn't yet. That's my only thing with that.
Well, you know, sometimes those guys do step up, though. Sometimes.
That's true.
And this is like KCP. He had never really. He showed up in the. Well, that was a bubble, though. I don't know if you really want to.
Yeah, I know. I was taking a shot at KCP. So he's a championship. He's a champion now. He is, and LeBron's trying to trade him. LeBron wants his ass out of there.
Do you still have the Lakers as the favorite to come out the West?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Deal open. Woj just tweeted about Lowry. Let's see.
You said he misses some airballing.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Yo, remember that one series though? He went crazy against the Cavaliers.
Oh, that dunk against LeBron.
Yeah, that series was crazy.
Oh, the Cavs. Yeah, the Cavs series was fun. Like that actually gave me hope. And then I got depressed after we didn't make the playoffs the next season.
Yeah.
We drafted Kennard over Mitchell, but I'm not going to talk about that.
I'm be honest with you. I didn't know anything about Mitchell. I didn't even.
I wanted him for like a month straight after I watched some of his highlights on YouTube. I was like, bro, that kid's gonna be nice. And he fits the Detroit mold too. He was like a defensive two guard with some offensive potential. And Van Gundy's like, oh, let me draft this white kid real quick.
When we drafted Luka Doncic, I was like, oh, there goes another Kyle Singler. I did not see it. Luka Doncic's not that bad though. He's just injury prone.
What to think about Shadid and Isaiah Stewart could potentially become? I think Stewart is probably a cornerstone defensively. I think offensively he's getting better each game, and I think Shadid Bey could be a 20-point per game scorer. I think both of those picks are solid. Man, it's getting so quiet.
Those are probably our best draft picks in like the last since what, Tayshaun?
Yeah, probably like the last 10 years or so.
Well, yeah, well, I don't like Drummond, so I'm a hater, so that's why.
I didn't hate Drummond. It's just whatever. Oh man, I'm such a troll. So Toronto traded for Matt Thomas, who he's basically a white guy. So I commented under Woj, just a trading for a white guy. How fitting. Because Utah's white as shit. He's like it's just a white shooter.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he'll fit in Utah perfectly.
That's what I said. Fit in Utah perfectly. Plumlee back to Denver, where he fits in for Bobo. I'll take Plumlee for Bobo. I think anyone would, but that's not gonna happen. Too quiet out there. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, it's 214.
I'm not really a Plumlee hater. I never really. I mean, he's good at what he does. He's just a backup center. I never really just disliked him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a backup center playing starting center minutes. I mean, he's not bad, but I mean, he's not good at the same time. Yeah, there's
But
just
I don't know. Maybe I'm just I don't I just thought maybe Denver just I don't know. I thought they were gonna really I definitely see them going to Western Conference Finals. I might be wrong, but I definitely I think Gordon puts them over the edge.
we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Like I like Gordon, but I just see them having a hard time because the West has gotten better.
Which you said Gordon isn't a good defender.
He's not. I mean, he's like a an above average defender, but I don't really think that's like his strong suit.
Well, you might be right because Jokic and Porter can't play defense either, so that might not that
That's
might
why
not
they
work.
miss. That's why they miss Grant. Grant held that whole team together.
Yeah, he really did. Even though he bricked a lot of threes that series, they just left him wide open.
Yeah, but he would defend the Kawhis and the LeBrons. They don't have anyone to just be like that lockdown guy.
You think they're gonna put Aaron Gordon in that role or try to?
They'll try to, but he'll get exposed real quick. Uh, that's a possibility. I don't know if I want to bait the two, honestly. Poor
The
man's
two
Blake. Yeah, I can see that.
is USC still in the tournament?
Let me check. I have a bracket. Last time I looked, they were.
Because I was watching this show and they were saying if Mobley makes it to the Final Four or anything like that, it's a strong possibility he could go number one.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, they're still in the tournament. They have to play. I don't know, this chart's weird. It says Oregon. Eh,
Or Oregon.
yeah.
Because I was
So
saying some show he could if he does real good in these next couple games, he could land number one.
I wouldn't be surprised by that. I mean, Gonzaga's probably going to beat the shit out of Creighton, even though Creighton's a good team.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be a
Gonzaga's just unfair, man. They're just fooling out there. They're up like 30, 40 points, throwing windmills off the glass. I mean, they're just like doing hood
yeah.
rat things out there.
I've been hating on them the whole time, and they just blow teams out by 30. I'm just like, okay, fuck it.
I don't think I've ever
Y'all
seen
win.
that. I've never seen that. Like, I haven't not seen that in a long time from a college basketball team where they're just blowing people out. It's not even fair.
Yeah, I've been hating on them all year. Like, oh, they don't play anybody. They don't play anybody. They just going through everybody now. Like, look at us now.
Okay, Baylor and Villanova. That's going to be a good game.
Who?
Baylor and Villanova.
I haven't watched either one of those teams all year.
Got Arkansas and Blow
Who does
Bob.
Michigan play?
Michigan. Let's see. We play Florida State.
Florida State. Are y'all in the Alabama bracket? I mean, in the bracket for the Alabama.
Yeah. So let's see. Alabama is going to play UCLA. So that's not bad.
Y'all in the same bracket?
Yeah, I'm in the East bracket right now for
Okay, I just want Alabama to lose.
yeah,
I stay down south, so I hear Roll Tide like every single day. I can deal with it in the football season, but now I got here in the basketball season too.
oh
It
god.
just got annoying.
Yeah, UCLA is going to be their next opponent, and let's. I still got Gonzaga winning it. I just don't see anyone challenging them.
You don't think Michigan could challenge them?
I think they could challenge them, but they just have too much firepower. It's just unfair.
Yeah.
Baylor winning that game, yeah, probably. Baylor's a good team. I feel like there isn't a universe where Weaver drafts Mobley. I really like. Yeah, Weaver likes guys like that.
I won't be surprised if he goes first. I really won't. I checked him out the other day, and I was like, yeah, he's nice.
That's why I've been hyping that motherfucker up for like 3 months. People
Yeah,
like,
that's
you're
why I
crazy.
watched him. That's why I watched him. I'm like, okay, let me see what he's talking about. I'm like, okay, yeah, this kid is nice. He can get everywhere on the floor. He can block shots. He's not scared to shoot. So I could definitely see him going first. Now where we land, that's a different story. Hopefully, we do get the number one pick.
I'm hoping, man. I'm honestly hoping. I don't even know. Like, I did a bracket with my work. I haven't checked on it. Last time I checked, I was like in 200th place. I've missed on so many damn. Let's see where I'm at right now. Yeah, 212. Let's see. Yeah, I'm way behind. I've only nailed a couple picks.
Yeah, I think Ohio State pretty much busted
Oh
every.
yeah. Any Big Ten team.
Yeah,
They
I think
just
they fucked everybody over. That one guy was getting death threats. I don't know if you've seen that.
I did on IG. They were sending them death threats. Where do you think the Bulls will end up this year? Maybe second round of the playoffs. Well, they're gonna need a defender because not Markkinen. Vucevic is a good center, but he doesn't play a lot of defense. Same with Levine. Like they're gonna be offensively, they're gonna be potent, but defensively, they're gonna need some stoppers on there. Don't really know. Hawks are trading Rajon Rondo to the Clippers per sources. I like that for the Clips.
That is nice. That is nice. I thought they were gonna try to get Lonzo.
Yeah, I thought so too. I really did. That's
Speaking of the
crazy.
Bulls, I thought they were gonna trade Laurie Markkinen today, or maybe they still will.
I think they still will personally.
Because him and
Uh,
Vucevic are kind of similar. Just don't see a need for
yeah,
both of them.
yeah, we all lost our bracket, I think, on day one, like straight up. Let's see. Yeah, Hawks and Clippers have been discussing a trade for Rajon Rondo. 40 minutes left until the deadline now. That's crazy. I like Rondo a lot.
Yeah, I do too. He's a baller. He's a baller for real. That would be funny to see him go against the Lakers and he just won a ring with them. That would be funny to see.
Man, he from playing from the Celtics to the Lakers to the Clippers, and that motherfucker got paid too. Like he went from like a vet's minimum to like $7-8 million. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they brought him in to mentor Trey Young, and I guess they just said forget that. It's kind of weird.
I think Trey Young's a big problem. I think his attitude gets in the way. That's why he got his
Yeah, I
coach
heard that.
fired.
I heard he's real cocky.
Yeah, I mean Nate McMillan's got them boys winning. They're like 9-1.
He's real cocky. He doesn't like to pass the ball, but he's kind of learning how to pass it now.
I mean, I got him in fantasy, so I can't really say anything. He gets me a shitload of points, but all those freaking ticky tack fouls with, pumping, pump faking, trying to get free throws. I hate that.
I think Dwayne Wade started that, didn't he?
Oh yeah, years ago.
I used to hate that.
See, you're not the only one that thinks Nuggets are contenders now. Maybe I'm just
See,
hating.
see, see.
Maybe
I
maybe I'm
told you.
hating. Maybe I'm hating.
But Rondo can change the landscape if he goes to the Clippers. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, no more Reggie Jackson.
Definitely not.
Reggie just lost his job.
Good.
Oops. I know he was giving Chauncey Billups some PTSD watching him play point guard.
Bro,
Like straight up.
when he refused to pass Kawhi the ball,
Oh my god! I thought Chauncey was gonna like just rip Jackson's jersey off and go out and suit up. Like I saw that, I was like, man, poor Chauncey. He deserves better.
that was hilarious, bro.
Yeah. Trailblazers can make a run too. They don't pass the ball though. That's the problem with the Blazers, and they just got another guy who doesn't pass the ball. Like I love Norman Powell, but that team does not like pass the ball at all. They just shoot. They need playmakers.
I just don't know if you can win with two undersized guards like that. It's kind of, I just don't know.
I'm
Whether
waiting for them to blow it up, honestly.
do you think they can win with Dame and CJ? They're just so undersized. Like it's like you can't really guard a lot of teams like that.
Yeah, I mean, they're lethal, but I mean they're beatable. That's the thing. Like you said, they're undersized, but they just don't. They need a small forward to kind of complete them to switch. Like Carmelo Anthony's nice, but he's too old.
Yeah, he's just another scorer, pretty much.
Yeah, like I thought that their draft pick, Nasir Little, would be like a really good pick for them, but he barely plays. Like he's like a perfect player where he could switch because
You
they're
want the
so
kid
under.
from North Carolina?
Yeah, I thought he would be nice, but he hasn't really done too much.
Yeah.
Uh, Weaver doesn't like skinny though. You got his phone number? I didn't know he didn't like skinny bigs. He liked them thick bigs.
Well, I guess he got rid of Christian Wood.
Yes, sir. I mean, if he didn't, that is absolutely true. I think, yeah, a lot of people think that the Nuggets will be nice. Nuggets second round exit at max. West is too strong. Ooh,
I could be wrong. I'm not. I was just thinking.
yeah,
Anything could happen. Injuries. Anything could happen.
yeah. I think. I mean, they're still going to be a team that's going to be hard to play in the playoffs with Murray and Jokic. Like Murray during the playoffs is just a whole nother level. It's crazy. Portland is yeah, they probably should blow it up after the season if they can't make the play. Can at least make a Western Conference. They're just wasting CJ and Dame's prime, honestly.
How old is CJ now?
God, he's got to be like 28, 29.
Yeah, I
He's
know
got,
Dame was like 31, 30.
yeah, I mean, I think Dame did all 4 years of college. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, CJ's 29.
I think McCollum did all 4 years of college, didn't
Yeah, I think they both did. The Pistons could have had McCollum too, but they drafted KCP. He was right there.
he?
I think that was the Victor Oladipo draft. Let's see. Yeah, Dame's 30, so 29 and 30. Yeah, they definitely, like, if they don't win in the next couple of years, they're probably going to be shipped out. Thunder now have 17 first-round draft picks. I don't know why Bleacher Report's so obsessed with that. You got to do something with those draft picks. You just can't keep piling onto them.
Has there ever been a team with this many draft picks like this?
Not that I could remember. Like, usually teams that rebuild, but the Thunder, they just hoarded. They had so many star players. Like, they had Paul George and Westbrook and so many. And then the guy within the Chris Paul trade and got SGA out of it. It's just like, I don't even know what they're doing. Like, they're rebuilding, but they're still, like, just waiting for a star to become available until they're good.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I wonder if we'll see a Walsh tweet about Boston because they have been terrible.
Well, they got Fournier for cheap, but other than that, they've been quiet. The Hawks
they got who?
They got Evan Fournier.
Oh, okay.
So the Rondo trade, the Clippers for Lou Williams. Ooh, Lou's gonna retire. He said, "If I get hurt,
Hold on, he got traded.
yeah, yeah." The Hawks are in serious talks with the Rondo to the Clippers for Lou Williams. A package source told the
Well,
Athletic.
Lou Williams might like being back in Atlanta though, so I don't know.
Yeah, those hot wings. Lemon pepper Lou's back in Atlanta.
I think he actually has. He's from Atlanta, I believe. Yeah, he'll probably stay. Yeah,
Probably just for the wings.
he'll be right back at the strip club.
Oh, that is funny. Oh man, that's hilarious. I'm just waiting for the memes because you know
Him
they're
and
gonna
Trey
come.
Young. Whew, nobody else is touching that ball.
No,
Nobody's touching that. Any word about John Collins?
they're probably gonna lose him for absolutely nothing.
Wow.
He rejected $90 million. Oh, come on, Pistons! I don't need you to be tweeting about Killian back on the court. Who's ready to see Killian back on the court? Okay, that's just cryptic now.
I'm not. He can go. He can go ahead and just sit down. This season's a wash. To be honest, I can care less.
Yeah, me either. I really don't care. Drummond will probably be on the Lakers. Probably. Probably wants to go play with LeBron and AD. You see Fournier tell Celtics fans to Google his last name, yeah, basically saying, "Hey, go Google Fournier."
Oh yeah. I didn't even look. I didn't even look at it. I was like, I don't want to see it. I googled Greg Oden one time, and I swear I regret that to this day.
Yeah, I did see that. The fact that he actually told Celtics fans to do it, you know they're going to do it too. And as soon as you do it, it's just like, oh, Fournier's a dick. It's like, oh my god. Lou to the Hawks, man. That's funny. That is funny.
Back at home in the ATL.
Lemon Pepper Lou. I think he trademarked that name too.
But I gotta go get this food, so it was nice talking to you.
All right. Later.
Yeah.
So we got another 30 minutes left, you guys. That's crazy. Rondo to the Clips. I like it. I like Rondo to the Clips. They needed a point guard really bad. And then man, that's funny, man. Wonder if Lou Williams is gonna retire, because he did say he would retire if he got traded from the Clippers. Nope, haven't traded Plumlee yet. I don't know if we're going to or not. Hoping Troy has something up his sleeve within the last 30 minutes of this live stream. Yeah, Matt Thomas is actually younger, but I would agree with you. We probably could get a second round for Wayne. I don't know if the offers that the Pistons are getting aren't good second round picks, or maybe they want to hold on to Wayne. I don't know. We'll see. Do something, Troy. I'm staying up late. Yeah, there's another 30 minutes. We'll see. He's got to have some value. Troy's Clips may be empty. They may be. I don't know. I feel like there's one more trade. No third team will play for. Cool. I thought Wayne would have got traded by now. Yeah, same here, man. I thought he would have got traded for sure. Trade Magruder for Magruder. Matt Thomas value is a future second. Hopefully Ellington can get us a second too. Yeah, I feel like we'll probably see a trade pretty soon. Honestly. Let's see. I have no idea how we still have Wayne Ellington. I said it's 2:34. Got around 20 or so minutes left, so this will be interesting to see what happens, you guys. People might be hating on the Pistons' progress, not wanting us to do trades with us. I don't know about that. I think maybe we're just looking for something that we're not getting in return, or something that we don't like. They may ask for more than a second round pick for Wayne Ellington, or maybe Casey wants Wayne Ellington on this team for the rest of the year. I don't know. Once Jahill is healthy, I'm perfectly happy with trading Plumlee. We can get a pick from him. That's possible. That's possible. Wayne is a shooter that we should keep. Yeah, see, some people want to keep Wayne on this team because he's a veteran presence. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with this next couple of minutes. If we walk out of the deadline with 3 second-round picks and save 6 mil in cap for next season, I can take it. Got to get Wayne out ASAP. We'll see what happens. We will definitely see what happens. So far, I don't really see anything crazy. Absolutely. Clippers are giving the Hawks an asset to get Rondo. It's crazy. The Clippers actually did that. We're in the last 15 minutes, you guys. Something's going to happen. Wayne's out for a second-round pick. I'm cool. Yeah, I mean, if it happens, it happens. We'll see. Let's see what you guys have to say. With their current core, do you see us developing a shooter or trading for one? Casey wants to develop Frank Jackson, but I don't know how realistic that is. We'll see. We'll definitely see what happens with that. I think Diallo could be a guy that they look to develop, but we'll have to wait and see. Someone must have said something to Plumlee. He's trying to play together. Still, we need to trade him. Yeah, I mean, I know fans want to trade him, but I don't know. I just don't see it happening, honestly. These second round picks are being flung around like crazy. Yeah, they are. Troy only trades at 2 a.m. Yeah, maybe he's still asleep. That could be it. Troy is still asleep. Someone's got to wake him up. Frank Jackson. Yeah. Plumlee has been totally fine overall. It's just more in tank mode right now. Well, he's helping his tank, so it's like whatever. Shadi has to turn into our shooter. Yeah, absolutely. I think he will. He definitely will. Bay is our shooter. Yeah, I agree. He's been struggling a little bit, so hopefully he can get out of that slump. Just hasn't been shooting the ball as hot as he was. Yeah, I agree. We do need another. Yeah, he is definitely developing to be a 3-level scorer, which I think is going to be needed. So 20 more minutes, you guys. 20 minutes. I keep scrolling, you guys. I'm waiting for a trade. I'm hoping for a trade. So after this, I'm freaking having a huge ass lunch. I'm starving. Love Bay's confidence as a rookie. Yeah, same here, man. I think he's a really good rookie. Ooh, the Heat and Rockets are discussing a Victor Oladipo trade. No surprise there. Bay and Stewart are going to be big boys at 25. Yeah, absolutely. They're going to be very. They're probably corner pieces now that I think about it. Once they're 25 years old. Who knows if they'll still be with Detroit? Hope they are, but you know how the league is now. One more minor move. Yeah, like I said, just give me one more minor move. If Plumlee was making 6 to 7 million as a backup, I wouldn't mind. I just don't like him as a starter. I mean, you could put Isaiah as a starter right now. I don't think people would really give a shit if Plumlee was off the bench making 8 mil. But it's just the him starting part that people have a problem with. Kyle Lowry requested a spot in Miami. Oh, man. I'm just waiting for it. 11 trades down, 20 minutes to go. Let's see. Yeah, Ellington could get bought out, which I don't want to see. Someone just mentioned that. So quiet. Random, but did you hear about the NHL referee getting banned? Yeah, I was watching that game when it happened. Saying he wanted to give a Sharks penalty. Yeah, some referees are dirty like that, man. But I kind of found it funny that he didn't like that team and he was just going to give him a penalty just for the hell of it. I did see that. Well, it doesn't look like the Heat are going to get Lowry anymore if they want to get Oladipo. Doesn't look like Lowry's going to go anywhere. All refs to make up calls every single game. Yeah, some refs are just bad. I mean, even in the NBA, you have refs that kind of just piss you off when you watch the game. Like Joey Crawford used to be one of the refs that used to piss me off when I was younger. There's still a couple refs in the NBA that I can't stand. I can't think of this guy's name right now. It's pissing me off. I can't remember it, but like I said, there's certain refs that are just like, I don't know. I'm getting to their feelings. There was even that one ref that used to purposely call fouls on Allen Iverson because he didn't like him. So, updating Kyle Lowry, Miami Heat are still not offering Tyler Hero. Raptors are comfortable with keeping Lowry past the deadline. Man, the Miami Heat better hope that Tyler Hero becomes like the second comings of freaking Devin Booker. They treat him like a star. They treat that man like a star, man. Like he had a good rookie season, but Tony Brothers, that's who I was thinking of. Thank you. Thank you. That I couldn't think of his name. Could possibly see him play this week. Possibly. 15 more minutes, you guys. 15 more minutes. How are we feeling about Tony Bradley? I know he got. Where did he get traded to again? I forgot. That was like an hour ago. That man has been traded so much. Pistons had him, and Sixers had him, and then he got traded today. Like, I feel bad for him. Thoughts on the Nikola trade? It's a good trade for the Bulls. Probably kind of pushes them a couple more seeds up on the Eastern Conference standing. Might be able to win a round or two. Lakers refuse to give THT an lottery deal. They tripping. Yeah, I mean, they don't want to give up THT. The Heat don't want to give up Tyler Hero, which it's like this better hope Tyler Hero becomes into a star. Honestly. He's been on 5 teams in 1 year. He's valuable, man. He's turned it into Trevor Ariza. Didn't look. Who's that? This is going to bug me. LeBron also said that. I think right before he left Cleveland, he wanted them to draft someone, and he pretty much said the same thing. They thought very highly of that rookie. It's going to bug me. He was a point guard. Oh, Shabazz Napier. I don't know if you guys remember that. Freaking LeBron was hyping up Shabazz Napier, and then he goes and leaves Cleveland. He's doing the same thing with THT. I mean, teams trade away his favorite players all the time. Still no movement for us. Yeah, it's been dry. I said, got 13 minutes. Bate is a starter, absolutely. He is. He's definitely a starter. Taylor Hero got hot, but they need to stop Luke back with the Red Wings fan. Yeah, right. Yeah, honestly. I wouldn't necessarily call Sadiq a bona fide starter yet. I think he's going to be in the starting lineup for a while. Probably even to next year. I think the Pistons think very highly of him. I think he's a player that they want to develop and have him start going forward. Wait, James Harden played for Toronto. No, he didn't. He played for Houston last year. Ugh. Got 11 more minutes, you guys. Like I said, deadline isn't over at 3. They can still make trades past 3. They just have to get it in by the league by that 3 o'clock deadline. So there could still be some trades after the 3 p.m. deadline. And his basketball reference, they got TOT. Oh, a lot of players have that. If you look on basketball reference, sometimes it'll say TOT, but that doesn't mean Toronto. Toronto would be TOR. I don't know what TOT stands for. Yeah, the Pistons are done. We'll see. We'll see. Still got another 10 minutes. Hurry up, Woj. I got a burger and still no trades. Yeah, honestly, man. Wait, so Ellington ain't getting traded? He's got 10 minutes. I'm mad he's got 10 minutes. Just someone make a trade. I don't even care if it's the Pistons. It's been dry for like a half hour. Pistons may be done. This draft is going to be really fun. How long was Weaver with OKC? When did he start? I don't know the exact year, but he was with them for a lot of years. Before that, he was with Utah in their front office. He drafted I'm trying to think who it's a point guard. Darren Williams. He drafted Darren Williams. Oh my God. Otto Porter just got traded. He got traded a while ago. He got traded to the Magic. Yeah, they probably wanted the first round pick for Kelly, no Golden State, because that's what they had to pay to get Kelly Oubre. I said, got 8 minutes left. Oh, someone almost got me. Someone retweeted a. Oh my God. And someone pulled up an old tweet from Woj from 2013. I got excited for a second. I think you're slick. I wonder what kind of energy drink Woj be on. Bro, he probably just injects it. Like straight up. That man does not sleep. I want Ellington to Dallas. That'd be a good move for him. Dallas needs shooting. Woj probably does coke or some. He goes crazy. I doubt Woj does cocaine. You guys think Woj does cocaine to stay up? Oh, we got another trade, but it's not for the Pistons. Toronto is trading guard Terrence Davis to Sacramento for a future second-round pick. Man, Toronto's just trading their second-round picks. They just don't care. Terrence Davis is a good player, too. Can't believe that's all it took to get him. Terrence, wow. He's a good player. Let's see who it was for. Man, this is crazy. No Ellington news yet, man. Trading everything but Lowry. And people still think he's going to get traded. I think they're going to keep on, hold on to him. Personally. Cocaine, bro. We couldn't trade Ellington for Davis. I mean, we could have. That's not even remotely funny, man. I'm still upset over that trade. Trying to impress me. Davis had too many off the court behavioral issues. Toronto wanted him gone. I did hear about that. He did have some off the court stuff that they were trying to keep under wraps. Five more minutes. Anyone pick up Drummond yet? No, not yet. What would you trade for Grant? I don't even know what I would trade for Grant, honestly. I don't even know. 5 minutes left. The Pistons didn't make. No, they didn't. They didn't. The last trade was Terrence Davis to Sacramento. That's it. Yeah, probably. The Cavs can't even trade him. So to make Pistons fans feel a little bit better now that we were able to even trade him in the first place, because the Cavs can't even trade his ass. Sorry about that. Got 4 more minutes, you guys. You may have been traded to open up a roster spot for Lowry. Yeah, that's a possibility. That's what people are saying. Don't know. Could be possible. Weaver doesn't make a trade. Ooh, Lonzo is staying in New Orleans. No Lonzo Ball trade. Sources say he's staying in New Orleans. Whew, wow. JJ Redick. New Orleans Pelicans are close to a deal to send JJ Redick to the Dallas Mavericks. Huh. That's actually a pretty good trade for them. They need 3-point shooting. Yeah, either Troy's taking a nap because he was up all night making trades, or it's just not going to happen. Like I said, we're 2 minutes away from this deadline being over. Crazy. Weaver doesn't need to make another trade now because he's probably going to make some on draft day. That is also a possibility, which people don't take into consideration. I feel like they're just holding on until the last possible second. JJ, they honestly do. They have that like white haircut that just kind of like fades it. Oh yeah, that's actually funny. Ellington for sure I thought would be moved. Yeah, probably buyout market. JJ to Dallas. That's actually a pretty good trade. Did the Celtics make any more moves? They didn't. They didn't. They're probably gonna tell you how close they were. Oh, breaking news on Andre Drummond, you guys. The Cleveland Cavaliers and Andre Drummond will work a buyout, league sources, ESPN. So the Pistons got a 2nd-round pick and 2 salary dump for, I think it was Brandon Knight and John Henson. Cleveland couldn't even trade him. So hats off to Ed Stefanski for actually finding a trade. Man, what a disappointing day. Hey, man, I'm happy. I'm happy. We got another draft pick. We, you know, we're going to save money with Corey Joseph. Just a reminder that trade calls does not have to happen by 3 p.m. A trade can become finalized. All parties just need to be on the call by 3 p.m. To confirm the details. So we can still get trades even though we've been on for 3 hours, you guys. Trades can still go through. So I'll probably stay on for another maybe 10 minutes because we've been on for 3 hours already. but I'll probably stay on for another 10 minutes just to see what happens. Drummond's probably going to the Lakers. Yeah, Lakers. He could go join Blake Griffin with the Nets. Yeah, Pistons won the trade. Straight up, the Detroit Pistons won the trade with the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs could not trade him. They tried trading him. There's no market for Drummond. So shout out to Stefanski for actually getting something out of it. People around the league don't believe Andre Drummond is a winning player. And I happen to agree with them. I low-key wanted to trade for Duncan Robinson. Yeah, Jimmy Neutron's a sniper. Absolute sniper. Dre should go to the Clippers. Yeah, I mean, he could. Danny, he is getting bought out of his contract like Blake Griffin. So, no surprise there. So, no Kyle Lowry trade, no John Collins. Interesting. It's the markup for Drummond. His tag is too high. Yeah, his tag is too high, and he doesn't really translate to winning basketball. I mean, there's a reason why the Cavs wanted Jared Allen. It's because Jared Allen's younger, and he translates to winning. Yeah, we definitely won the trade. Victor Oladipo stays, but yeah, he's going to be a free agent this summer. So, surprised the Rockets couldn't get anything done. So, Dallas does acquire J.J. Redick. The Mavericks acquired Trey Lyles from the Spurs in a multi-team deal. Huh. DMAP, there could still be trades coming through. I don't know if the Pistons did trade Wayne Ellington or not, but like I said, there's still time. He could be on the phone. You never know. You never know. They're still on the phone for the Oladipo trade. Well, I mean, apparently Marvin's there, so he's going to let us know. That's crazy, though. Wait, what? The Bulls are in top. Yeah, this is crazy. The Bulls are in trade talks. Mo Wagner to the Celtics for Daniel Tice, per sources working into the deadline. Not official yet. So Mo Wagner just got traded to the Bulls, and the Celtics want him. Wow, that means that's crazy, man. He wasn't even in the Bulls for 2 seconds. What did the Pistons to do when they already won? Yeah, I mean, what top draft pick? It's fine. Perfect. We made out well. Grant's here to stay, and all the other pieces are in. Yeah, lose more. Yeah, as long as we get a top draft pick, I think most fans will be happy. The Bulls getting Daniel Tice. That's interesting. And Mo Wagner to the Celtics. Wow. Drummond fanboy quiet. But every other team would have got a first-round pick for Drummond. And I said there's still deals being made. Drummond sucks. No one wants him. Yeah, I mean, like, contending teams are going to want him now because he's going to be in the buyout market, and he could sign for a really cheap deal, like a vet's minimum. Like, all the like, I would not be surprised if Drummond went to the Lakers or he went to go join Blake and Bruce in Brooklyn. Like, would not be surprised. I wanted Wayne and McGriddle out. At least we got Brandon Knight for Drummond. Now you're trolling, man. I think Knight's out of the league. That's crazy. Yeah, I think all the trades are basically done. Trey just needs the right team around him. We'll see. We'll see. Ties to the Bulls are already trying to compete. Yeah, apparently they had to open a roster spot for Fournier. That's why they're doing that. Yeah, I think this trading deadline's done, you guys. Pistons made one trade, and it was for Corey Joseph. I miss John Henson. Okay. Uh, I really hope the ping pong balls in our favor. Yeah, for sure. Which is why he's going to championship teams. You got to know how to build that type of big. It, we'll see. I don't think Drummond sucks. I think he just doesn't need to be a main option. Put him next to AD and LeBron. Watch out. Yeah, he'll be a good player. It's just, is he gonna pull off all those shenanigans that he usually does? Like we've seen him in 2 Pistons playoff series where he just shrinks. Come playoff time, he absolutely disappears. We'll see. The Hornets are. Oh, here's another trade. The Hornets are acquiring Golden State's Brad Wanamaker from the Golden State Warriors. So that is interesting. Brad Wanamaker is a really good defender. So that's good for the Hornets. Dre with Harden. Oh my God. Yeah, he'd be throwing lobs all day. You think Ellington will get bought out? Yeah, probably if he wants to. Hornets just acquired Wanamaker. Just saw that. We got too many guards. We do. We do. Well, I'm going to wrap this up, you guys. We've been on for 3 hours. I think all the trades that we're going to see now probably aren't going to be any Detroit Piston trades. A lot of trades around the league. But thank you guys for coming on. 3 hours and 7 minutes, and we had around 80 to 90 people throughout the show. Appreciate you guys coming on. Talk to you guys in the next live stream. Later.